welcome to Dork Tales. I'm Simon. I am the storyteller for The Lot of Liars, a Changeling the Lost chronicle set in Ottawa, Canada. You can also find me over on the OPP channel, and that's the Onyx Path Publishing channel, and also on Dork Tales now and then, doing extra life stuff mostly. We'll do a quick circuit and introduce the cast and characters, starting with Kelly.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelle. I'm normally in that seat, but today I'm in this one, which is my second favorite seat to be in for these things, and tonight it's my favorite. I use he and him as my pronouns. Tonight I am playing Brodie Bridges, who also uses he and him, and Brodie is an ogre of the Winter Court with a lot of trauma and very thick eyebrows. I'm very excited to play this.
All right, excellent. Caitlan.
Hello, I'm Caitlan. I'm very far from my mic, but I use she, her pronouns, and so does Isobel Gage, the Darkling of the Autumn Court, or Darkling Notary of the Autumn Court. Yeah, everyone knows that. Yeah, yeah, it's all good. I'm really excited to be here tonight.
Excellent. All right, Amy.
Hello, that's me. I am Amy. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, and I am playing Jocelyn Brocat, the fairest swimmer skin of the Spring Court. Also she, her, they, them. I don't know, what fish pronouns do fish use?
Whatever you want.
Glub? Or is it always two? Is it always two glubs?
I feel like sea, sir.
It could be like, you know, like tuna, salmon, who knows? Is it really so much a big deal? Hi, it's me, I'm Kelle from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing, and I have to check this because it's exciting. I get to be somebody else this time. I am playing Agent Dale Trooper, and she is the the beast riddle seeker of the Autumn Court. Also a private eye in her almost real life.
Excellent. All right, and last but certainly not least, Kal.
Hello. Hi, my name is Kelle. I'm Neo Kelle in the chat and other places, and I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Beauregard. Beauregard is reborn beast from the Summer Court. And yeah, he's trying to rebuild community, find his identity, and figure out this changeling stuff.
All right, excellent. And back to Kelly.
Of course. So before we begin, I, on behalf of Simon, am going to thank our sponsor for the night. Thank you so much to Bookwyrm Games for sponsoring Dork Tales, keeping the lights on here, and keeping art on the table and food in my mouth. Thank you so much to Bookwyrm Games, where you can go and save 15% with code DorkTales and get a plethora of dices, including such amazing dice as their Gemstone World of Darkness inspired collection, like this mage-inspired set of Amethyst D10s. They're phenomenal. But that's not the only dice they have. You can get resin, you can get liquid core, you can get wooden dice. I know, right? Crazy. And tons of other stuff. Go to bookwyrmgames.com and check out everything they have, because they've got dice and so much more. Thanks to Bookwyrm Games for being our sponsor. And yeah, we love you. Back to Simon.
All right. So welcome everyone. And in the session 0, I found I was able to step aside and put some terminology and stuff in the chat for Changeling if you're unfamiliar, but I don't necessarily think I will be able to do that tonight while actively storytelling. So I'll do my best to kind of expose it, expositionite various what's exposit? Thank you.
Exposit.
Did I ever teach that language? No. Just so that everyone can follow along. And if you would like to look into it on your own besides the actual book, you can check out Changeling the Lost 2nd edition at it's codexofdarkness.com, I believe.
Yeah, I think I think that's a great place for it.
Yeah, very good resource just to kind of, what does this mean? I can find it here. So, without further ado, our story is set in Ottawa, Canada, and the group here is what's known as a motley. They are a found family of changelings, having escaped the realm of the nightmare dream realm of fairy and found themselves back in the real world trying to rebuild their lives and move forward with things. We open on December 31st, 2023. Our group of 5 here stand in a circle outside the former Imperial Arcade on Bank Street in Ottawa, Canada. Now the mundane location of their motley, their hollow, which holds a variety of amusements and entertainments drawn from our world. The snow falls. It's been a green December up until tonight. It's soft, it's light, and it has just started to build up on the body they stand around. And in the Duke of Somerset, the English-style pub just a few blocks away, the freehold of Ottawa, the freehold of the last hanged man, gathers to celebrate Winter's Night. At this time of year, the Winter Court holds reign over the freehold, and on New Year's Eve, they hold a celebration where they reflect upon the losses of the past year. The Winter Court is focused around the emotion of sorrow. And then at midnight, after everyone sings Auld Lang Syne, the Spring Court steps up for just the time until sunrise, Spring's Dawn, a contrasting celebration which reflects on hopes and dreams and desires for the coming year. Our motley sits at a table, as do the other members of the freehold. The Winter Queen, Astur Ali, steps forward. Welcome, everyone. Winter is a time of sorrow. It's a time of reflection. It is a time where we withdraw and stay close and stay tight and prepare ourselves for a coming year. It is also a time of reflection and of sacrifice. After the terrors of autumn and the dying of the world, we reach a point where we must all give up something in order to pass through the cold. This is a time when we celebrate and take stock of the sorrow and grief in our hearts and learn to harness that to make us stronger for what is to come. Over this evening until the stroke of midnight, those who wish to speak to the assembly may step forward to the fire, and she motions towards the roaring hearth. The pub is empty save for your group. It's really a local watering hole. tourists don't tend to make it to this area all that frequently anyway, but they don't tend to make it to this pub all that often as well. This is for the locals, and tonight it's reserved for you. Then please come forward and speak, and cast your memories into the fire to refine, to hone, to temper, and to purify them. As she steps back, moving very sort of slowly and ethereally, she is a what's it specifically called? A glimmer wisp, an elemental focused around air and so on. She just withdraws, and the din sort of rises as everyone begins to speak and converse and drink, eat, and so on. You can see a few of the other motleys about. A few of the other, most everybody anybody is here. There are a few people absent at this point in time. It's maybe about 9 o'clock at night, and they, of course, may or may not come as they wish. There are very few mandatory gatherings in the freehold, and I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, balls.
Ha!
And Simon, I'm just going to update you.
You bet
So,
you'll want tonight.
since this is your first time
Alrighty.
dealing with our live Twitch setup, I just wanted to let you know that someone, Diggyblog, has bought you a Hurt Them More, which is basically a cheat. You can use it for anything to cheat. I'd say 8 again is a great way to use that on something.
yeah.
As well as 3 beats have been bought for us. and both Isobel and I have +2 willpower, so that means we better blow some willpower quick.
Why do I give you
Yeah, no
bonus
kidding.
XPs to start?
I don't know. Oh god, that's a good initiative.
You get 10 again on initiative, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, it's a
Sweet.
1d10,
Oh.
1d10 plus your initiative rating.
Yeah, so if I roll a 10 on that,
Yeah.
I get to roll again? No.
Yes.
No, it's just a straight. It's the only, like,
Really? I thought everything had 10 again.
well, because it's not a die pool roll, isn't it?
That's okay.
'Cause, my recollection is that it is not.
There's an initiative modifier that's derived from
Yeah.
your stats, but it's not a dice pool. You're correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone's putting in the chat here. So
What is? No, just so it's
so
just straight. It's been so long. Just a straight D10 roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
It's
add-
your
take it.
My
Sorry.
initiative mod.
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
And while you're doing that, I just want to say that we are in Canada, so I'm celebrating accordingly.
nice.
Also with a French label too, or
Bull.
is it
Oh, oui.
on the French side.
I don't know. It's Canada, man. You got all over the place.
You sont bilingue.
Oh, maybe I'm misunderstanding. It's not 1d10 then plus your initiative mod. It's
It is.
how many dice you roll.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's
No,
one-
you had it right the first time.
Oh, it's 1d10?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that makes
1d10
my
plus that
initiative
number.
way more fun. Sweet.
Yeah. No. You're thinking that's how it is in Story Path.
Yeah. Right. And then you count your successes and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
It's a fate.
The scene jumps to the University of Ottawa campus. The sky is blue. It is deep in winter. Snow is everywhere, melting from the slight above zero temperature that happens now and again at this time of year. Water is dripping from overhangs and ceilings and icicles that have formed, and the population of the University of Ottawa campus, University of Ottawa's, walking to class, walking downtown to the Rideau Center, or Parliament Hill, or wherever they feel like going. That's in the downtown market core. And all of a sudden, a snowball, well, I wouldn't say narrowly misses. They rolled abysmally, considering how good Beauregard's defense is, and goes wide of Beauregard and lands in the snow on the lawn outside the culprits that have ambushed you are the motley known as the Man Street Irregulars. They are made up of 5 younger changelings. Callum Truestep, who is a beast of the Spring Court, Cliff Rockface Fraser, who is an ogre of the Summer Court, Joyeuse, who is a fairest also of the Spring Court, as well as her and Callum's court mate, Lyman, who is a beast, and then Doc of the Winter Court. Callum is Callum's beast form takes that takes that of a coyote. He's not fully anthropomorphic, but similar to that. Well, Rockface is a stone ogre, like completely stone. Joyeuse is a little more in the kind of goth sense. She's known as she's a kith known as a leech finger. So if there were vampires that were changelings, she would be one. Lyman is a bit of a avian sort of beast, but not anything in particular. But is known for having the ability to have a very close connection to animals and so on. And then Doc is wizened. He's very thin, spindly, not altogether tall or height advantaged individual, but is especially skilled at sort of emergency medical procedures as you need them.
Thank you for that.
No problem. Okay. So what's your action? They're readying their snowballs.
I walk towards them with my hands out, daring them to hit me as I approach them.
Okay. All right. Kelle, Dale goes next.
Dale is kind of just hanging back, leery. She wants to wait and see what is happening.
Okay.
She's kind of holding fast for the moment, but I mean, ready to run if needed. Where to? Haven't decided yet.
Right. Okay. Caitlan, what's his
Yeah. Okay, Isobel's gonna go. She's going to try and hit whoever threw the snowball with a merc blur. It's a oh no, it's a contract. Oh yeah, I certainly can. It's a contract. Let me just fix one thing real quick, like here. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Or rather, I have 1 question. It's going to determine my course of action. Are we like smack dab in the middle of a field, or is there like a tree close by?
They sort of stepped out of the trees. Taking advantage of that. You have like a lawn, like think like a quad kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not like a quad.
We're just gonna. Actually, can I feed from inanimate detection? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna do light shy instead, actually.
Okay.
And I'll spend a glamour to do that. and it's instead that's the one where I become invisible to technology and everyone around me.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So this you won't be included in the YouTube video of this.
Oh, I should just like.
Where'd Caitlan go?
Okay. All right. Then 2 more snowballs fling towards you. Callum and Joyas toss them, and they will come at. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Both of them happen to be heading towards Jocelyn. What's your defense?
That would be a 7. Yep.
Okay. Okay. We can work with this. All right. I suppose as a swimmer skin, you've got some especially sort of agile abilities, being fish, and are able to easily sort of step aside from both of them, which then brings it to you.
Cool. Can I use one of my what are these? The contracts? I picked the pipes of the beast collar.
Okay.
I have to pick a specific one for these.
Okay. Sorry, which one was it again?
Pipes of the beast collar. It's a royal contract. It's on page 131 of the core.
Okay.
Just double checking what it says about. Because I want to get any critters that might be here that aren't hibernating. Maybe raccoons. I don't know what doesn't hibernate in Ontario.
Well, groundhogs do.
Or whichever, if there's any birds.
Yeah, there are birds.
Cool.
We got birds.
Voids.
Yeah, okay.
Voids.
What
okay.
species are you calling?
I'm sorry, what page did you say that was on again?
131.
131. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Characters insert a call to animals of one species, which they name and invoke when invoking the contract.
Okay, so it changes
Yeah.
every time.
It changes every time.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, you get to decide when you use it, it looks like.
Cool. It's not a permanent one. Sweet.
Yeah, you don't have to choose one and then live with it forever.
Yes. Love it. Okay. We're going to do that because that sounds like a lot of fun. Because if they're, sorry, excuse me. If they're throwing snowballs at us, I want to dive bomb them with birds, maybe?
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Is this with any intent to harm or just to harass?
Just to harass.
Okay.
I was not expecting to have a snowball thrown at me.
Let alone 2.
Yeah. Okay. So it is contested if they're hostile, instant if it's willing. And it costs glamour. Okay. So in this case, do I need to make the roll or would it just be...
Oh, you're fairest, right?
Yep.
If you want to spend another glamour, you can summon a second species.
Raccoons? Bears?
Raccoons. Yes.
How
there are many
serious of a
raccoons.
snowball fight do you want this to
Yeah.
be?
Things
Raccoons
are,
have little hands.
things
let's
are
make
really
it
getting
block
out of
us.
hand here.
Yeah, exactly. Great.
And you don't want to do the loophole, right?
You have to do a little dance mimicking the movements of the animals you want to summon. That's really easy. So she's gonna do the
While
like
playing
the
the flute.
flap,
And
flap,
playing
and
the
then
flute.
little like. Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
She's got
So
one point in
that,
expression.
that nixes the need for the glamour. Okay. So birds and raccoons, or just birds?
Let's do birds and raccoons.
Okay. All right, so they're not hostile because they don't have any particular reason to be. Do you want to? And so, yeah, you get a swarm of mostly pigeons. And
Perfect.
well, is it birds? Yeah, okay. We can make it a mix. Mostly pigeons, some crows, and then a family of raccoons that shows up. They're a little bleary-eyed. It is midday, and they're much more used to a different period of activity. But they heard the call, and they're willing to come do what they need to do. So you successfully harass the group. So do you want to describe what happens?
Yeah, sure. I think there's some birds that are going to come down and try and right as they're targeting to get ready to throw, and just sort of like pulling at jackets and hair and that kind of thing. Nothing super aggressive, but a little bit just in their way. And then I think the raccoons are going to start climbing up pant legs and untying shoelaces.
Okay, so the babies go up the pant legs, and the parents start untying shoelaces.
Yeah.
Oh God, raccoons. Do you know? I don't know if the statistic is still true that there is one raccoon for every 3 Torontonians.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of raccoons.
They can take the city.
I
What's
have
that?
2 that live under my house.
They can take the city.
We used to have a family that lived behind our house. It was very nice. You can see them
They come
walking on the
hang out.
fence.
They're cute.
Okay, so there's I wouldn't say that they find it as immediately amusing as you all might, as there's a lot of sort of waving at the birds who dodge easily, and then a lot of shaking of pant legs. It being winter, well, Doc and Lyman are both wearing snow pants, and start yelling like, it's in my shoe, my boot, it's in my boot, oh, it's on my leg, as the baby raccoons with their snow-covered little paws start climbing up there. And a lot of dancing going on. In fact, it's very similar to the dance that you performed to get them here. But once the animals have done their summoned task and depart, the irregulars have shaken off the last baby raccoon, and the birds have flown away. They stop and just sort of not glare, but have this like really look at your lot. Callum steps up. That was a bit much, wasn't it? No, I mean, it was just some snowballs and no.
Maybe she doesn't like getting cold. You think about that?
Oh, come on! It's just a bit of fun, just harmless. It's New Year's Eve. What else are we? What are we gonna do?
Catching us off guard like that will be deemed hostile, and she'll be like around there to the side of them, kind of flanking them.
We promised. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
You see, while you may jest and jessel, unaware of the tempest brewing within our soul, the game that you play with the frozen waste can quickly change.
Yeah, what he said.
Jesus Christ, Bo, that's a bit intense.
And I throw a snowball at him while he's not expecting it.
Right in his mouth.
Right in the face, he falls over backwards.
Yeah, revenge. Wait. Woo, party.
Cliff starts laughing, which is a very strange sound from him and is very mean. It is like two boulders just grinding against each other. And it lightens things a little bit. There's you see everyone's sort of shoulders relaxed. They're not quite as not quite as hard done by Jocelyn's counterattack. Callum holds up his hand to Bo. Well, you knocked me down. You gonna help me up?
Yeah. And I'll help him up.
No tricks. You're not gonna help him up and then like throw him over your shoulder or anything like that. Just
no.
Okay. All right. Hey, let's go. Oh. Okay, that was cold. Whoever that White Christmas song is full of shit. Who'd want to wash their face with snow? God. Okay. Well. Hey. Are we gonna see you at? We're gonna see you at Winter's Night, right? All of you. You got your painful memories to cast aside and fuel the fire of winter to get us through.
Indeed.
I think we
Put it
can
like
manage.
Good.
It's a little less feeling.
Let's send 2022 out with a bang, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so did you hear that Aster wants us to also, like, not just symbolically do this, but like chuck shit into the fire now? She thinks like getting rid of like objects of some value in some fashion, like sentimental things will help kind of bolster the winter force field,
Seems like maybe Aster's got a lot more nice things than I do. I don't got much that I can just burn.
I mean, she said anything.
In.
She said anything that means something to somebody.
So a 10.
What about if it was somebody else's and we took it and it meant a lot to them?
Yeah, I think he looks around, and Doc goes, "Yep, yep." She said,
Technically correct.
She said you could steal candy from a baby and toss it in the fire, as long as that baby really wanted the candy.
Oh, I'll have to figure it out then.
Not the baby, though, Isobel.
Well, I wouldn't toss the baby.
No babies.
No.
Ugh. Yikes. That's you lot are grim. Doc looks at Callum. Why did you suggest the snowball fight in the first place? For fun? Well, we're gonna head on down to I guess check out both the goblin markets too. None of us really felt like waiting for people outside the jewelry store and mugging them, or outside the Lego store and mugging them, or outside the various tourist kind of shops and mugging them too. But yeah, she says it's gonna make the ritual stronger. So
Those are intriguing ideas. However, if someone just bought something, does it really mean that much to them yet?
It's a good point.
I
Well,
don't
if they
know,
were gifts, perhaps.
But then you're not sure if the other person's going to like it or treasure it as much until you've actually given it to them.
No, but it means more because they're getting it for someone else.
Oh, intriguing. That does make sense.
all right.
So,
Yeah,
a
or
lot of talk
like,
about mugging people.
What? Why? What?
You tell me. You mentioned mugging 3 times.
Yeah, you're the ones who are planning on mugging people.
Oh, no. I mean, it was like an example. We could pickpocket them too. You know. It doesn't have to be like a stick up or anything. Like, we don't have guns.
You could get one.
No, don't tell me what you're planning. I don't want to know.
There's that
I'd rather
airsoft
not
shop.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not really a real one.
It's symbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really just like spitballing, but this is getting grim again.
Fair.
It's sort of our specialty.
Yeah, you're the one that's talking to
This
us.
group isn't grim. You're all like super cheerful. But they're great.
I know, I'm just yanking their legs.
And Beau's gonna turn around and like look at the hollowed faces of his friends. Yeah, they're fine.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see you tonight. Just watch your backs.
And keep in mind that I don't think anyone in the court's planning to pay bail if any of you get arrested for mugging anyone. So maybe don't.
Oh heck no! Yeah.
Patrick doesn't have a slush fund for bailing us out. Big boss.
Have you looked around?
Not
Really
for something as
No,
petty
there's no
as
slush right
that.
now.
Oh.
There's no sticking.
Mm.
He turns to the rock face. I told you it wasn't a good idea.
But you never know if he's gonna just, burn it in the fire tonight. Bad memories forgotten and all that. Maybe forgetting about you.
Ooh.
Well, that's pretty
That was a
harsh.
turn. That was a
Oh
turn.
wow! And yeah, he's all about
Well,
like back to the earth, hippie stuff.
I was just making a joke. So,
Okay,
I
I
thought
mean,
it
we
was-
get it, but
we're gonna go legitimately acquire
Okay.
objects of sentimental value.
That's what we like to hear.
that's yes.
Good.
I mean, if you're looking to acquire somebody's, like sadness and memories, go to a pawn shop at least.
Oh,
That's actually a really good idea.
What? You're still
okay.
conducting legitimate business, but acquiring sentimental pieces that people have lost through, probably disappointing means,
And supporting the community,
and supporting the community. Shops local.
business. Yeah.
Shop local. Yep.
All right. Well, this turned out better than we could have expected. Well, okay then. That's great. Yeah. Well, we'll see you tonight. Take it sleazy. Keep it sleazy. Keep it sleazy. You figure guns, you guys.
Okay.
Keep your stick on the ice.
do you want to Does he want a gun or not?
I don't think
Really
he should
I
should
go
don't
for
think
focus
he
on-
does.
No, he does not need a gun.
Oh, I didn't say need. I just meant like want.
we do-
He's
Hmm.
Let's put it this way: he probably shouldn't have one.
not getting one
Let
from me.
Brodie make some money here. You guys need a gun?
No.
Brodie could also sell it at the pawn shop. Just saying.
Oh,
Because
I don't think we can. Can we buy guns at pawn shops here? Is that legal?
it depends on the pawn shop, really. There are some that are fronts. You could probably find them there.
But probably not.
I mean,
technically
no.
legal,
No.
strictly speaking.
Or not legally.
Yeah, and we're trying to stay on the straight and narrow as of 5 minutes ago. So
That's right.
That's probably a
It
good
depends
idea.
what type of a gun.
Good.
I mean,
Turning
as long
over
as
a
it
new
was...
leaf for a new year
All right.
and all that.
they actually quickly get into a huddle after that
I have
little bit.
concerns.
We've decided you might be kind of bad influences on us right now. Only all that gun talk. Well, yeah, Goblin Market or Real Market or Shopping Mall. Those all, or Pawn Shop. Yeah, Pawn Shop. There's one on. Yeah, music store. All right, we're gonna hit up a secondhand music store. Someone's gotta have given up a childhood instrument or something like that. Okay,
Sure thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sure thing, Chief.
Harmonica.
cheers.
Good luck.
I think I learned to play the ukulele when I was little.
I think that's pretty common.
Is it?
Ukulele?
I had a recorder.
Yeah, everyone in
Everybody had
grade
one. 4,
Are you
Three
guys
had to-
cold?
3.
play
Yeah,
ukulele.
I'm freezing.
No.
Why are we still out in the snow then? Like, I'm fine,
Don't
but
know,
I'm
no
And
one's
you'll
started
actually
walking.
notice that like
Winter.
none of the snow even lands on Beauregard.
How are you not wet?
Now, you know what's funny is that none of you are particularly wet,
No.
and the cold. Well, it's you know that you should feel cold, but you don't.
Well, I mean, look, I get it. You're summer court. I'm winter court. The cold never bothered me anyway. So I think what's funny?
I'm like halfway there, but I always bundle up.
All right, well let's get inside before you know.
Let it go, right, Brodie?
Even my
What?
nose is fine.
Hmm?
Let it
Catchy
go.
song. Catchy song.
What song?
And the
Yeah.
decision to, well, Brodie saying, let's get inside. Everyone's speech starts to become a little less clear and a little more garbled, and you find yourselves back in the basement of the Duke of Somerset. It's 2023. It's 9:30 p.m. You have whatever drinks and food you might have ordered in front of you. There are, well, at this point, this ritual it's a little more morose. It doesn't, no one's singing any drinking heavily and singing Spirit of the West yet. That comes after midnight. In fact, home for a rest is usually 5 minutes past the bell. And everyone's kind of sort of sticking to themselves, whether it's by court or motley. You see the irregulars, or at least those who still remain off in a corner. It's just Right now, it's just Rockface, Joyas, and Doc, sort of huddled together. None of them have done particularly well over the last year. It's surprising that they weren't the first ones to go straight up to the hearth and start airing their not grievances, but airing their sorrows and their trauma after what happened in the fall. For our audience, in the fall of 2023, near the end of October, is when Parks Canada begins the drawdown of the Rideau Canal. So they start draining it in the hopes that there will be a long enough freeze for it to turn to ice and become the world's longest skating rink, which I think it still might hold the title to. And as they lowered it, a body was found in the locks near Parliament Hill. This is the spot where the canal empties into the Ottawa River. The mortal world saw the body of 19-year-old Callum Moran, unchanged since his disappearance 10 years ago. For the freehold of the last hanged man, this was the body of spring courtier Callum Truestep, who vanished from the city in December of 2022. For the record, the freehold rallied its mortal allies to conceal this from the public at large, but his disappearance was sudden and mysterious. He was known as a bit of a wanderer, but would always tell his motley where he was going. This happened suddenly and completely unexpectedly. By all appearances, he drowned. And so what actually led to that is unknown. The irregulars continued on for a little while, and while they still spent some time together, they officially disbanded in November, finding a way out of their oath with the assistance of the newly arrived notary, Isobel. Notaries are good at figuring those things out. Sorry, I just looked at the chat. Okay. So, in the Duke of Somerset, there are all the monarchs are present. Currently, except for the Autumn King. Well, Autumn King. When is the Autumn King? But everyone else is there. This would include. I'm sorry, I did. My flub. I changed his name. This is Solomon King, the Spring Court monarch. Mother Bear, the Summer Court monarch. But Reese Night Whisper, the Autumn Court monarch, is nowhere to be found. Otherwise, yeah, by and large, roughly everyone else is there. Did your motley find anything sentimental this year that they wanted to burn? We can go around the table. But if someone has an idea right off the bat, just raise your hand and speak out.
I mean, I've got, this bracelet that I had. I've had it for a really long time. It's one of those, tactical bracelets. The ropes that are tied up for survival. Yeah, I guess I got this. Is there like, what does he have to do as part of the ritual?
Toss it in the fire. It's magical fire. So.
Well, Happy New Year.
All right. Anyone else have anything that comes to mind? It's not by any means a like I said, a mandatory part of the ritual. Just Aster started getting a bit like, all right, burn your shit.
I think Jocelyn actually has a couple different like printouts of some of her modeling jobs.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of the ones that actually paid decently well, and is probably going to toss those in.
All right. Okay.
It doubles as spring cleaning. Those just build up.
Isobel will have had the book, like the very first book that she picked up that kind of grounded her into reality, like back into like how she's going to live going forward. And when she needed to kind of let everything kind of sink in, she just kind of dive into a book. So she's going to have the first book she, I guess, ever read after coming back. And she'll toss that in the fire.
All right. Intense. Okay.
Dale is gonna walk up and just kind of quietly and not trying to draw attention, just toss in a folded piece of paper.
Nice and cryptic.
Yep.
Quick, someone get it.
What is it? What is it?
It's no big deal. It's just, something I probably should have got rid of a long time ago. Does anybody grab it?
It is in fire. So,
yeah. Okay.
And paper.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, there's an opportunity, but
Cast it into the fire.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Kal, anything from Beauregard?
Yeah, he has a toque in his hands. He's kind of goes over to the fire and kind of changes his mind about tossing it in. Sort of on the fence. Maybe not.
You don't have to. 4 of the 5 of us did. And other people are doing it too.
Yeah, but it's Callum's. And even listening to this toque is what we call like a beanie or like a wool cap for winter.
For those of you non-Canucks.
Yeah. We're supposed to throw this stuff into the fire. The more sentimental it is, the better, but I don't know, it feels like
That's just what the Winter Queen says. I mean, you could do what I did and throw away things that just aren't serving a purpose for you anymore. Sometimes it's better to just get rid of things that are anchoring and not in a good way.
Well, doesn't that mean less then?
I mean, to who, right? Like, it's your stuff. You know, I mean, I guess it's not. It's Callum's stuff, but...
He's not using it.
Look, Matt, if you don't want to and you want to participate, just, like, throw one of your French fries in or something.
I know they mean a lot to you.
Yeah, I know. They cost like $16.99.
What is with the French fries in this city? Everything, all the price of food is going up. I saw there was like a flat of Coke the other day that was like $10.95.
Yeah, it's gone up so much since I came back, even.
Before I went in, it was $2.99 on a bad sale, and I come out and like a bottle of Coke is like $3, and a beer is $7.50. $10 at a I don't know.
Something called tapas exists.
A tapas.
Yeah, well,
When I came
Yeah,
back,
it's like
someone from
really
the spring-
expensive small appetizers
Oh,
at the gentrified like fancy places.
I see. I
Like-
don't go to the fancy places.
Okay, those are pretty good though.
I know, but when I came back across,
like
one of the spring
little
court people,
crackers.
they tried to bring me to a tapas bar. They said, "Hey, you go to a tapas bar with me," and I honestly said, "Okay, then we'll have to get some singles or some loonies or something to throw to them." It was so embarrassing.
yeah, I can see. how
Why
you'd
would you
make
throw
that
loonies
mistake.
at something? That feels like it would hurt.
I thought they said
Was
a
that the
topless
intention?
bar.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
but still, if you threw toonies or loonies at them, that would just like ping, and that would like
Well,
hurt.
I'm not gonna give
No.
$5 a pop. Come on, that's a lot.
I mean, in this economy, I think that's kind of. Anyway,
yeah, well,
the
yeah, they
university
kind of
doesn't
earn it,
actually
but-
pay us enough to.
While they're bickering
these
about the
things.
prices, Beauregard's gonna toss the toque into the fire. He's like, wow, I guess we're gonna need this.
Drove him to it. This is the real Sorrow now. Yeah. Okay.
Was this or the fries? And I paid
Yeah,
$16
you paid for the
those
prize.
goddamn-
Callum paid for the other.
And he's
Presuming
not
he
using it.
didn't mug some, like, toddler for it, or
Right, that was never off the table.
well, who knows? Maybe he got that the year before. Before
That means
the,
it meant something to multiple people.
Yeah. The fire burns especially bright. So, having done the sacrifices, is there anything any of you want to do? I'll take a every now and then just to make sure that I don't constantly throw stuff at you or whatnot. I'll take a moment to say anything you want to do right now.
I'm ready to have stuff thrown at me.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Throw stuff at
Yeah.
us.
Throw it.
Dale, in fact, is the first recipient of something being thrown. After the group has made their sacrifices, your court mate.
Mm-hmm. Courtmate, I guess. Yeah.
I guess courtmate, yeah. Slithery Pete. Slithery Pete is a wizened as well, of a kith known as a Venom Bites. He's less serpenty, as the name might imply, but does have a pretty vicious tongue on him, and he sort of sidles up to Dale, Hey, you
Yeah?
you had something to get rid of. Hey, it's
Mhm.
good. Good.
Yep.
Yeah. Clearing the air. Getting things getting rid of things. So yeah. Reese wanted me to, just check in with you on that, that maybe could be a situation, but we're not entirely sure yet. But it might still be, and so we got to keep an eye on these things going on.
Could you be less vague?
Yeah. Well, you know how shit keeps disappearing. So like,
Yeah.
Not
Like
just
Reese, like he's not here right now either.
no, he's got stuff he's doing. I mean, stuff like the those tokens that were lifted from from Mother Bear's hollow.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he kind of sidles in and talks real quiet, like so that nobody else can hear. He hopes. Someone got into Reese's store and lifted a couple of books.
Oh man, they got Reese's Pieces. Sorry, bad time. Sorry, continue.
Hey, what? Keep quiet. This is official business.
Yeah. Come on.
Beauregard's gonna pass Jocelyn some candy.
So he's hoping he can look into it because he kind of wants those books back.
Okay.
They were from, it wasn't just the front of the shop either. Whoever this was got into his safe in the back. Like this is his private collection.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not, and he's real pissed. Well, I mean, as pissed as he can get, right? For not having any emotions. It was fucking scary when he said, "Pete, get Dale to go and find my books. It is imperative, and if anybody has them, it foretells doom for us all." That deadpan, man. You don't know if he's serious or not, but in this case, I guess he was. So
I would say so. Yeah. Is that where he is? Is he at the store?
yeah, I think so. Late night customer in from out of town, something like that. He said, "You know how these antiquarian booksellers are, right?
Yeah.
Always got their private collectors, and before you know it, you've got some demon summoning book and some like actor trying to get all the different ones, and you don't know what's going on, but at the end, maybe he goes into hell or something like that."
Alternatively, you have a very flammable house.
I said this was official Autumn Court business. Why is everybody listening in on this?
Because you're not
Because
exactly
you're speaking really
subtle.
quietly. I mean, you're speaking really loudly.
Yeah, I mean, by trying to look like you're not doing anything sketchy, you look sketchy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Are you saying that perhaps I do need to maybe reevaluate my approach.
A little bit, just a bit.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
That might aid your stealthiness.
tell Reese to call me in the morning. I'll go see him.
Okay.
Find out what's missing.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Happy New Year, and I'm looking forward to singing all lang syne with you in a bit. Hoist a glass for some of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, smacks the table. I'll see yous all around. Okay.
Yeah.
Honey.
Let me know if you hear anything.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, let
Same.
the boss man know.
Mhm.
Okay. And he
Okay.
slithers off.
Okay, bye.
That guy's kind of slithery, huh?
Well, that's
Yeah, but he's still not
I don't know
stealthy.
why they call him Slithery
Hey, can I
Pete.
get another beer?
Well,
Can we
Oh.
get
You
some
guys want anything?
more fries?
Sorry, you were more fries. I'll take a skeleton key. Do you, Bo? Are you drinking?
No.
I need to get more food in my mouth, so I stopped talking.
oh,
Someone
fair.
has to drive you all home.
Okay.
But also fair.
Dale, you?
Yeah.
Farmageddon?
Vodka 7.
Really? You're not just gonna? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a Farmageddon too then. That's fine.
What's a Farmageddon?
I'll have a red ale.
It's a
Thanks.
Niagara Montgomery cherry beer. It's a wild ale from Bellwoods. It's good.
Mm.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
I have a top-rated beers in Ontario list up right now because Brodie's
Just
drinking.
yeah, something like that.
Oh, the wonders of the internet.
Ooh, that sounds like a beer Mike might like. I don't know.
Holy shit! Is that
See, I was
skeleton
very
key?
much
The Imperial
imagining
Stout
a-
has a 13%. Wow.
Like a
Amateur.
farm
Yeah.
on a like, summer
But important
evening
question. I'm hearing a lot of ordering of fries, but no poutine.
with a cyclone
like-
of
It's,
like
it's
fire.
implied.
Oh, okay.
I know, like,
implied.
all fries in Canada are poutines, didn't you know?
All fries.
All
very
fries
side
In the
small
future, all
rant.
fries are poutine.
One time I ordered.
In Canada runs the
poutine.
world. All fries are poutine.
One time I ordered poutine at a place, and it was just gravy on like shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm not usually a Karen, but I was like, I'm not paying for this.
Like, that's not a poutine.
What is that?
Wait, what did they put on it?
It was
Shredded
shredded cheddar cheese with
Oh,
like
yeah.
gravy like poured over top of it, not cheese curds.
So isn't that
not paying
what they
for
call
that.
it? Yeah, that's fair. I used to work with a chef, like a very Irish chef. I won't say his name, but he had the most Mick Irish name that you could imagine. And one guy at one of the local establishments here tried to get Irish nachos put on the menu, and he got so
Oh.
offended.
Oh,
So mad. So
a little
mad.
bit.
Oh my god, there's one called Bring Out Your Dead. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Origin. Are you sure you don't want Origin of Darkness Burial
Oh god, I think I need it.
or Karma
Wow.
Citra?
I think this is perfectly fine as everyone's perusing the beer list. I mean, in character, so don't
Yes.
don't worry there. But
There's also Octopus Wants to Fight. Is anyone
Wow.
want me to put him up?
I want that. I
Yeah.
want that. I need to
Octopus
fight an
wants to
octopus.
fight. What is it?
I've never had to
I
fight
told
an
that
It's
guy
an
to leave
IPA.
me.
Oh, it's from
I
Great
told that
Lakes.
guy to leave us
Great Lakes
alone.
is pretty good.
you're gonna make me want to drink again. Like, come on. Not for
Not
any.
encouraging that.
No.
We're driving.
No problem.
We're
But-
driving Simon to drink.
And we're only
Already.
Wow, we're only an hour and a half in. Jeez.
First episode.
Well, that was easy.
Here we go.
Raise the bar.
pounding them back in
Yeah.
the break. Okay. The your delightfully named beverages arrive at the table. The
Thank you.
yeah, the server puts them down. Not a changeling.
Oh,
But you're in the basement of the pub, so but is enchanted.
Nobody's perfect.
oh, gotcha.
Fate touched. So they kind of know what's about, but they're not too deep into the game. So you can be yourselves down here without.
Oh, here, this is for you. She's gonna put like a random knickknack, like a button, in his hand.
Huh.
Like,
Thanks.
keep it with you. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to avoid cracks in the sidewalk or anything, or
Not with that.
Oh
in
no,
Good
you're
idea to
fine.
just do that anyway.
okay.
But just put it in your pocket. Just put it in your pocket.
Okay. He slides it into his pocket. Thanks. I won't spend it all in one place. All
You better
right.
not.
It's one button. How can I? And he wanders off back to the bar. The din, the mild din of everybody talking and various conversations is broken as the sound of, it begins as a wolf howl. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, a little less Raven Lofty, ominous type, but one of your winter court mates. It's got to be court mate. I can't think of what a courtiers, but when referring to somebody,
I think courtier is what they like to use in the book.
yeah, it was what they was in the book. But I was thinking if I'm specifically referring to Brodie's
Like a
winter
fellow,
court mates, your winter courtier. Here, we'll make it 3 words.
Colleague.
Colleagues,
Here.
colleagues, fellow
Your-
citizenry.
your season mate or something, who very much is in the of the gothic persuasion. Even her chosen fey moniker of Tristessa is kind of a bit on the nose. She steps forward to the fire and facing it begins with a howl and then starts a song which is really, really fucking gloomy. It's not in any language, but the sort of wolf sounds, howls, yips, and so on, just are so sad and so morose that everyone just kind of you hear some of the spring court and nearby table. God, we have what, 2 more hours of this? Come on now, we really can't wait for the party to start. It's one night, or one morning even, but we'll have a blast, and then a couple of months. couple of months, and then we're
pouring
good.
her heart out over there, guys. Show some respect.
No, it's good. It's fine. This is a beast known as Sunrise. He's a pigeon man, but everybody. One of the neat things about his kith is he becomes a lot of pigeons when he wants to, and flies all around. No, it's just like, isn't this like grim enough? Don't we? Like, can't it be too much sometimes?
Is this grim enough?
Oh, never too much.
First time?
I mean, I didn't come last year.
You gotta let it all out.
Okay.
It's
What it's all about.
Thing. No, what's it called? Heard about it once. Read it on a brochure. It was like,
It's
let's
therapeutic.
say it was like free the heart or something, where you just go and you just like scream and cry a whole bunch with a bunch of other people in a room. Except this is a little more controlled.
Catharsis?
Yeah, catharsis.
Yeah.
All right.
But
All right.
You all cry together with people you really know.
I mean, it's just
I thought that was just 2023. That was just the entire year, wasn't it?
Honestly, it's basically leaving
Hey.
life since 2020.
look. My friends and I, we had there were some pickings. You know, people threw a lot of good seed out this past year. Pretty happy.
What? You just what?
What?
Brodie?
I just don't
What?
like. Is he making fun of us? Like he keeps talking about coming in seed, and like I just don't get what's going on here.
No, he.
How many of those beers have you had?
Like 3. It's just like they're beer.
I think you're. Yeah.
I'm not drunk. I can't hear what he's muttering. He's doing that thing with his head. It's weird.
I don't think you can make fun of him like that.
He's
just
not
did.
like. Look, it's not making fun of him. It's pointing out that he's.
And the room fades away. It's winter 2022, December 31st. The sky is gray. It's damp and it's cold. And I believe this is the hour-and-a-half mark
Or so, yeah.
or so. Do you want to?
If you want to go to a
Oh,
break, we can.
No, it's up to you guys. We can keep going. I'm good, but I did want to be mindful of time.
I mean, get to a
Yeah.
place where it feels good for a break.
This is good. Okay.
Okay.
So
Alright.
we'll be back in
Back in 5.
5.
See you in a minute.
All right.
All right, Simon, we're back.
All right. Well, welcome back. We're back, and we're going to stand on ceremony. And at this point, we do a little step back from the characters and from the in-game content or action to chat with all of you wonderful people out there in Twitch land and the interwebs, the
Let's talk
endless
to the
sea of
chat.
information.
We should really
So-
get a jingle
Oh,
set up. We should really get a jingle.
Let's talk to the
chat. Well, because we already have Mike's magical bullshit slider that I use for when I don't want to explain something in our D&D
there's
games.
that.
I'm like, magical bullshit.
what if you threw in actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, and then that just kind of
Oh my
breaks
God.
the immersion for everybody?
I love messing around with visual effects and things that they don't understand. I think it's fantastic when Michael,
Hello,
our
Nerdy
graphic
Metal
designer, and I realized how to have moving, like if you guys check our new overlay frames, the bottom
Yes.
left corner of the Dork Tales dice always has moving video inside of it now.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love it.
And
like
sometimes
what
it's
you've done.
cooler than others, but it's always like all the new ones have that. And it was
Mhm.
hilarious when we figured out how to do it because it's the simplest trick that I'm not telling anybody.
I like what you've done with the overlays. I mean, I don't.
That's
you didn't
Mike.
show us this ahead of time, right?
That's all Mike.
No,
having
these are
the,
Mike's.
Okay, Mike's then. All right.
Yeah. So Mike does all of the overlays for them. Like he does like 90% of the overlays. I do some of the ones for short run games especially when he's busy. And I did the ones for Radiant Citadel. I did the ones for Dreams of Arcos. And I did a couple like temps where I sent them to him for advice and then he just redid them. And I'm like, all right, cool. They weren't better. Like the Transylvania ones. I had temps of Transylvania that looked fine. They looked real, like compared to a lot of streams that are on, they look pretty damn good. And then he like polished them up and made them way better. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to argue.
Well, for those of you in the audience, if you don't know what you're seeing here, besides the characters, the fantastic art for the characters, there is the symbol of each of the courts in the upper right corner with the color representing the court. So blue for winter, red for autumn, yellow for summer, green for spring. It's a wreath for each of them, and well, it's a little small for me, but
they're overly detailed for the size. Unfortunately, they take up way too much of the screen.
A little bit.
Also, hi Raid, good to see you there. We're on our chat break. Come chat with us.
Yeah, good
and then
timing.
below that is their seeming, which is their type of changeling symbol. So ogre, darkling, fairest, and beast.
Yeah, Brodie's got layers.
And I guess this is a good time if anyone has any questions about Changeling the game that we can answer them. But hopefully I've been not overdoing any of the exposition. There's enough with characters to introduce as there is with other stuff. And I have to close the computer, which is dinging when I get email from work.
Are you getting at work? It's like midnight where you are right now. Why? You need
Who's sending
laws
you
in
work
place.
email?
It was an
You're-
automatic. It was an automated thing.
Mm. I get those. I understand.
I'm like way behind in sending emails. I have like, I just am getting over like a cold, so I've got all this backlog that I was supposed to do today. But then it was snowing, and I laid in bed and read.
I wish that was me.
Oh gosh, yeah, same, right?
I'm gonna be working till like 3 a.m. tonight, but like it was worth it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Fair enough. Anyone in the audience played Changeling, Lost, or Dreaming even? Because this would be different from what you're used to in Dreaming, but 100% what you'd be used to in Lost.
Dreaming's your favorite game, right, Simon?
No, it has been. Lost kind of pushed it out of the. I guess Dreaming was like the. Okay, so when I first got into World of Darkness stuff, I was reading Dragon magazine back when it was a thing, like existed, and
I don't know what that is.
It's like a D&D
Dragon magazine was TSR, and then Wizards of the Coast, and then Paizo, I think, actually had it for. No, they had Dungeon. Maybe they had Dragon too. Anyway, it was a periodical. It had interviews, articles, and game stuff, mainly for AD&D, a bit for D&D. Sometimes RuneQuest and Call of Cthulhu popped in there. But there'd be ads, of course, for other games. And two of the issues I had inserts, one for Wraith, one for Changeling the Dreaming. And I already knew about bits about vampire and werewolf and was kind of aware there was this mage thing. But Changeling was like, oh, cool, like fantasy in the real world. And I'd read, I think by that point, I don't know who else has read him, but Charles DeLint, who's an Ottawa author who wrote a lot of books, kind of really doing that the urban modern fantasy setup of mythological beings in the real world. And he said a few of them in Ottawa itself. In a very Changeling the Dreaming got inspiration from kind of way. So I was super like psyched by, oh, this is a game that might be like that. So Dreaming did kind of hold that rank as my favorite one for a while, with Wraith sitting there as the I'm the best game you'll never play kind of, whispering in my ear. And then when they redid the whole thing and Lost came out, I was like, nope, this is it. This is the one. I like this one. This is good. Everything about this like fits together in a way I totally understand. So, yeah. But we do have some Dreaming and Lost players in there. Great. Hopefully we'll give you a very entertaining and what's the word?
Erotic.
Erotic. Wow. That's going in a direction I wasn't aware we were going to go.
That's a different platform, I think.
Is it? Oh, sorry. This is the Dork Tales OnlyFans? Okay.
No. We haven't started that yet. Have we?
Yeah. I haven't.
Yes, so there's the
Just checking. I don't know.
Gonna have to check some trademark issues if that's the case.
This is when you find out, Kelly, that actually there's the Dork Tales OnlyFans have been running for quite a while.
Is that what keeps depositing into my account? I just thought it was a banking error in my favor as per Monopoly.
Yes.
$69 a month. I was just like, nice. Only band. Yeah, only band. Only dorks. Folks, it is super exciting. Last night was the session 0 of our Transylvania Chronicles game, which was really, really enlightening.
I have to watch that.
It was good. It's good.
YouTube.
The YouTube version will be up tomorrow at 7 p.m. So Pacific. So, and then this weekend we've got. You're something on Saturday? Oh, we've got over on Patreon. We've got the Radiant Citadel is back on Saturday night, and then Sunday is Dreams of Arcos, which you can blame Christine for because she plotted a bunch of that game with me and definitely plotted the action beats. So we should be good for that. And then Sunday evening, we were supposed to be doing some off-camera off-stream recording. I always say off-camera recording. It's always just like off-live. But my gift that keeps on giving finally caught, Christine finally caught it. So Amy, you're almost healed. And now Christine's got it. So she's been nuked for the past like 10 hours in bed.
This is the plague that Kelly passed around.
This is the plague that never ends.
It's not the plague that never ends, but it is a plague that never ends. No, I picked something up in probably in Denver when I was getting those voodoo donuts for you, Kelle.
Probably. Because you didn't go look for the secret Illuminati base under the
I already know where that is. Seriously, it's under Lucifer.
Yeah.
We need Dork Tales Rule 34, though. PR Multiverse, you can Photoshop whatever you want, sir.
I do not consent to that on my own behalf.
That's true.
No
Just so
consent.
that's out there.
No consent.
So long as it makes me look good, I consent to it. But
Same.
yeah,
Has anyone
I
ever,
have no shame so long as you don't do it onto like a slug or something. Like put me on an Adonis and I'm down.
Has anyone ever run a game set in Denver International Airport? I mean, I
you
know
what?
Over the Edge is like that, but
I'm sure somebody would have.
I started building a Vampire the Requiem game that was set there, and then it
No
just never
kidding.
took off. But I was going to, and I was going to have the Invictus meet under the
Get out.
what?
Get out.
What? You get out.
Set a game in the airport and it never took
Well, no, it was
off.
going to be set in the airport, but that's where they
Oh.
were going to meet. That was like it was the secret,
Mhm. Mhm.
location.
I think I was looking at GURPS at the time, so I was thinking how many different things I could fit into that. Just like warring factions of different conspiracies, very, very over the edge, like a lot of conspiracies fighting each other in the airport. I think it could be done. That might be the. I wonder if that is part of the inspiration for the airport. Has anyone played Over the Edge?
Over the Edge?
No.
No, what is it?
So is it, Robin Laws and Jonathan Tweet wrote the first edition a long time ago, and the third edition came out not like a year or two, maybe a year. The pandemic screwed up my sense of time. Anyway, it's a completely
Me too, man.
yeah.
I still think it's like I was making the joke, it's like, oh, it's 2020, like part 1. Oh, it's 2020. And it's like, wait, it's 2024. The joke's
Yeah.
not funny anymore. It's just kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for March 2020 to end.
A couple of years ago,
It's
was
the winter of
2017.
2019.
It is
Right.
the winter of our discotheque.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it's set in an island in the Mediterranean, but I don't know if they moved it for the new edition or not. Where
The Mediterranean?
no,
That's
the island.
interesting.
Where like anything goes, like all sorts of conspiracies exist there. Like ones of like the secret masters, space aliens, extra dimensional beings. The
How have I not heard of this? I feel like everybody
Oh.
knows this except me.
it's pretty nifty. And then it was very rules light, but rules character friendly. So like you created much like Fate, right? You kind of had aspects to the character and gave them a set of dice, and you'd roll those when they were applicable. But the idea was that you could play a sentient toaster if you wanted to, as long as someone carried you
We're
around.
brave.
Anyhow, yes, very brave. The suggested opening to every campaign or whatnot of it was that you had to have the characters arrive in the Alamarja airport and make their way out of it. Because the airport itself was this bizarre, like labyrinth, messed up, twisted place where the I think it's in the book itself. It might have just been the guy who was running it, but the PA system would always crack it a life and say Hannibal Lecter to the white courtesy phone. Hannibal Lecter, please go to the white courtesy phone, or pick up the white courtesy phone. And it was an inverted pyramid, which held its shape for some reason. Anyway,
Sounds like any other airport I've ever been in.
Right, basically. I mean, that's what it feels like, doesn't it?
So it's
So
an
yeah,
SCP of some kind.
What's that?
Mm.
Why do you- Yeah, it's an SCP of some kind. Am I the only one here that likes airports?
No, I
Depends on
don't
the
mind
airport.
them. It's
Eh.
fine.
Love airports, man.
I spent a lot of time in them, so it's just kind of meh.
Right, I grew up
I
in
don't,
airports.
I don't,
Like-
so
You
they're
don't-
kind of exciting. I
They're,
don't spend a
they're
lot
still
of time in
exciting.
them. So they're kind of...
They feel simultaneously like home, and I also get that kind of buzz and like
going on a trip. Going on a
Yeah.
trip.
going on a
I
trip.
get the
That
same thing from
excitement.
the ferry
Child.
terminal, though. So it's
Yeah,
just
That's
like
right. The
this
ferry
is
terminals
a
too.
Mm,
portal to next part of journey.
Yeah, because you're going overseas.
But I have also spent like 24 hours in the LA airport, like in a layover, and that sucked. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
My worst
yeah,
was
there's-
8 hours in the Edmonton airport.
You know the worst part about that is
It was awful.
Those hours
was
are
all
in
closed.
Edmonton.
Exactly. and yeah, but it's not the airport. The Edmonton airport isn't even in Edmonton.
Where is
Figure
it,
that one out.
Guam?
Yeah, that seems like an Alberta thing.
It's like a half an hour to an hour outside of
But
Edmonton.
that's true for most airports.
That's
You
fair.
know what I will say?
Yeah.
Going to I was at the Calgary airport for the first time in a long ever actually. It's pretty good
I like
actually. It's really
Calgary
clean.
And they got
Mm.
the
Calgary Airport is probably one of my
lane-
favorite airports.
They have like
there was
the
nobody
stop
there.
and go lights.
Oh really? That's really cool. Oh yeah, for getting on for like
I don't
boarding?
know. No, they've got like a place where the like golf carts will go along the lanes.
Yep.
And then when you're crossing, sometimes to get to your gate, there'll be like stop because it's coming and it'll be red. And sometimes it'll be green. You can go.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Do we have time for
Anyway.
one stupid story?
One stupid story, and we'll get right back to the game.
Okay.
So Amy, you did the raccoon thing earlier.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of this time where I was over at Robin's house, and I was leaving, and it was I think we were having breakfast or something like that, and I was leaving, and I got trapped in her house because there are raccoons that were living outside of her old place, and they decided so the way to get into her old place, it was like a side entrance, and you had to like walk down this basically alley next to the house, and there's a fence.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the sidewalk, I'm explaining for everybody else. So the only way out, aside from scaling the garage, was to get past these two raccoons that decided to mate right in the middle of the morning on this pathway. And it was just walking out to them, and then this pause as they stare at me mid coupling, and like, I don't know what to do. It was one of the more
Just go back
awkward
inside.
situations. I did for a bit, but I had to get to work. It was just like I got trapped by mating
I
raccoons.
don't know,
It
you
was
throw a
great.
sandwich out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that would do. That would do.
Then it's just a test. I did take a picture, actually, awkward GM Corbin. I did, because why wouldn't? I guess that's technically raccoon porn.
Doesn't count when it's animals, according to you.
It doesn't count if it's funny, right? It doesn't count if it's funny.
So we have to start on only raccoons now?
Let's watch how we abbreviate anything there, and let's move on.
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
watch ourselves.
I have to do a dramatic head turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Okay, done. All right. And so it's gray, it's damp, and it's cold. And it's December of 2022. The 31st. It's New Year's Eve. You're outside the Aberdeen Pavilion in Lansdowne. There are people walking about, engaging with vendors and inspecting the offerings at the winter market, the mundane one.
Main one. Sorry. Got that
Yes.
up.
And you're waiting for the sun to hit just that right moment when the door in the pavilion itself opens up to bring you into the goblin market. It's been a tricky day of finding, something that you really feel like giving up. I mean, it's a new request. It's a bit odd. And you're maybe not sure if you really want to toss away your own stuff, even if it is a $10 bill. And relatively insignificant in the grand scheme of things unless you need that $10 bill. But the goblin market's always got some interesting things, doesn't it? And the sun passes that point, it shines down, and the door becomes apparent. And inside it you find yourself in the hedge. The vines and the thorns and the leaves all twist about the edges of this place, but the sound of the goblin market, the various the myriad of sounds, either as language that you don't know whether it's one of earth or one of the hedge, the vendors all hawking the strangest of wares, everything from memories they've collected along the way to the first lost teeth of the every child born in 1999. And surely there must be something here that would be an interesting or worthwhile sacrifice. And clearly you're not the only ones who thought so. You can see other members of the freehold sort of milling about. There are a few members of the summer court, Mother Bear, a cyclopean ogre with her eye patch covering her lost eye, is moving about with in the fashion that only a very confident and trained warrior does. Some of her, so I don't say some of her, or summer of her, some of her court mill about nearby as well. And you can see a few of the irregulars here too. Evidently they found nothing of their own that they found interesting themselves. There's some a little bit of commotion going on down a ways, and you can see the Autumn King seems to be haggling with a vendor who appears very much as a sort of Georgian butler-like with a monocle, who has a number of scrolls and other things behind him. So, oh wow, neat goblin market. Excellent. What is there anything that you want to look for in particular here? Now, this is where you can really kind of let your imaginations kind of go wild on what could be here. You can be as fanciful or as mundane as you like.
You guys looking for anything in particular, or what? Like, what are we?
I want an eyeball.
Why?
Well, don't ask her. Point at the Cyclops.
No, I don't think she can spare anymore.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. Well, shall we?
Oh, I'm sure I'll just look around. Yes. Mm-hmm. But you asked.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking about. I mean, these things, like, they only open like what, once a month? Like, I don't want to waste it.
Maybe a couple eyeballs then.
That one looks like it might have body parts. Jocelyn just like pointing at like one over in the corner that has like slightly more overshaded over if there's one there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, She's kind of just pointing in a wild, random direction to get things
Does it
moving.
have to? Does it have to be human, or can it be like any type of eyeball?
Does not matter.
Oh, that's easy. You can go to a butcher. You don't need to go to a
Yeah.
goblin. I mean, I guess we're here. Is there a
If you're good
butcher
with a
here?
knife, you could also do roadkill.
There is a butcher here.
That's a really good idea.
Smells like there's one here.
There's a butcher that specializes in roadkill.
Oh,
I would expect that.
I'd prefer not to pluck them out myself, so maybe let's
I
go
can
over
do
there.
it.
Oh,
The butcher who specializes in roadkill sort of adjusts his mesh back trucker cap, grins a very wide grin of sharp and pointed teeth. Well, what are you after for? I got some possum. You want possum?
a possum eyeball?
Which type of possum?
Well, so this one was named Gary,
Oh,
and he was beloved of the Duke of Norwich from, well, just a little kingdom somewhere off around here, you know?
I see.
Fresh kill. I hit him with my truck myself.
Oh, oh my goodness.
How'd you know his name was Gary?
Yeah. How
asked
did you
him
know his
first.
back?
Oh.
Wait, so it seems kind of rude.
You straight up murdered him? That's pretty intense.
I gave him a running start.
How much for Gary's eyeballs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, Gary had real special eyeballs, and I couldn't part with them for less than, let's say, your ability to use the letter E for the next month of your time.
That would be terribly inconvenient for me. Do you have one with less special eyeballs?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take those.
Okay. Well,
Barely.
Jeff's
Wait,
eyeballs.
words with the letter E or that pronounce the letter E?
You just can't
just
use
use-
it. I'm gonna
you
hold
just
on
use
to it
4 of them.
for that month.
Damn.
I'll get
I
to add
simply
it.
couldn't bear to make that many
Where
spelling
are your
mistakes.
discount eyeballs?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was saying for Jeff here.
See, I wouldn't be able to pronounce Jeff. It would just be Jeff.
Actually, be Goff
Goff.
or Joff.
Oh, I suppose it's how you spell it, right?
That's how he spelled it. Yeah.
Oh, Goff. And that would just be incredibly wrong. In any case, Flurry, please continue.
Yeah. So Jeff's eyeballs. Hey, they can go for the first time that you stubbed your toe.
Okay.
Great. You can put that into this, and he hands a pouch, which looks to be, well, it's got a lot of quills on the outside of it.
Can I write it down on my paper and then?
Yeah, and
Toss
just
it in?
put it in there, and you'll forget it ever happened. You won't remember the feeling or anything like that, and I'll get to know it or trade it to somebody else.
Ooh, I'd say this is a win-win.
Mm,
Mhm.
there's market for it. Believe me.
Mhm. There you go.
All right. Great. Here's your eyeball. And he takes a spoon and pops out one of Jeff's eyeballs.
Ooh, I have a little pouch. Uh-huh.
Good. All right. There we go.
Thank you.
Excellent. Jeff saw a lot of stuff in his life. I'm sure you'll appreciate that.
Oh, yes. Well, very much so. Thank you.
All right. Well, enjoy the market. May you find what you're after. Next,
Thank you.
a few stalls down, Callum is maybe having some difficulty finding what he's after here, as he seems to be engaged in a very heated discussion or haggling with the vendor, who has a series of glass globes, or they look like glass, and just little boxes, maybe about like 5 inches, 6 inches long. They're very animated in their haggling. That can't be worth it. That's the first time someone played Mortal Kombat. Really? That's what you're asking for?
What about the second time you played Mortal Kombat?
Bo! Oh, hey, the gang. I don't know. It was a significant game, and I figured that's worth something. And he has this guy sells memories.
Oh,
Like full-on memories. And he says in that box, he's got the first time that someone ever experienced Mortal Kombat on an arcade machine.
That's a pretty good memory, man.
I would think so, but he's asking a lot for it, and what he's asking, I could, if I wanted to cut off my baby finger and toss it into the fire as a sacrifice, I could just do that and not give it to this guy, and then, there's a whole lot of like extra steps here that I just don't see as being having any.
So your baby finger is worth a lot to you. In the grand scheme of fingers, it's probably, unless you're really fancy wanting to drink tea. But it's not as important to say your thumb.
Well, I play guitar.
Speaking, I'd like to keep all my fingers.
Oh, I suppose for you then.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I could
So,
live without it.
my right baby finger and my left baby finger, they're important.
yeah. How else could you do your famous Dr. Evil impressions?
Those two, yeah,
Mhm.
right, yeah, yeah. Lyman, standing next to him, looks up. What if you just gave him the tip of your finger, and he gave you the sight of the arcade machine? Can you split up? Can you split up memories in a way? The guy's like, oh, yes.
Like pool lots of tips of fingers and you can get one eventually.
Maybe.
Do-do-do-do.
I suppose I could do that, but I don't want to. It's a lot of work. I need special scissors.
Hmm.
Question.
Hmm.
So, could I trade away memory of the first time I ate something so I could experience that again?
Yeah. I mean,
The chat's being brilliant about
keep-
this. Was that random
Keep
that said
plot
that?
points to a book I read so that I don't know the spoilers again?
No, I am your father.
Yeah, I don't see why
like
not.
that.
Right?
Oh.
What do you have for that then?
Oh, you want to trade that?
Yeah, I want here. Okay, here. The first time I ever watched Star Wars.
Ooh.
Which Star Wars?
Any of them.
The Star
of them?
Wars.
No, that
I would not include
I've heard
Rise of
there's a couple
Skywalker
different-
on there.
that's
You know what?
important.
I will.
actually.
I'll trade
There's
that one.
arguments about the different versions, the different orders that you need
Yeah,
to
can I
watch them
trade-
in.
Can I trade my memories of the new, or rather, what's it worth to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what you should be asking here.
Okay, well, what is
It depends on the movie.
Okay.
So the entire Star Wars series.
I paid
So I can
15
watch them in
bucks
a
to go
different
to that
order.
movie. I'll trade it for 15 bucks. It's the best
Yeah, I can
refund
give
I'll
you
ever
15
get.
bucks.
Damn.
Hey,
Can I get in
yeah,
on
you,
that?
you want those? Write them down on this card here. He takes one out of the box.
Okay. And do you have I don't know, memory of a vacation to
This is literally the plot of Total Recall.
Cuba? I've never been to Cuba.
I got Cuba.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll trade
Write
you
this
Cuba
down.
for Star Wars.
Awesome. Jocelyn will write that down.
All right, great. But no one else. I don't want Star Wars for anyone else. That's enough Star Wars. An elephant walks by.
I felt that.
Could just one second. Could everybody make a
Yeah.
wits and composure roll, please?
From all of us?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
What's
Some
in
calm.
composure?
Two attributes.
Yes. Welcome to Chronicles of Darkness.
Ooh.
And
Whoops.
Cal, you're all in Chronicles. You're always looking for 8, 9, 10, and 10s re-roll unless they have a reason not to.
Yeah.
Oh, so it would mention like a curse or something would make it
Yeah.
so we don't.
And ones
Gotcha.
do not cancel.
Yes, ones do not cancel.
Successes.
That would be 2 successes.
Well,
Ones are only an issue if you have no dice to roll, and
Yeah.
your chance.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. People were saying successes. How many? 3,
3.
1, 2.
It
Three.
looks like, yeah, it looks like
It's,
Belle and Brodie got 3.
You only need so successes in Chronicles is just if you get a success, you get a success. If it's more difficult, you lose dice, and if it's much easier for whatever reason, you gain dice. It only matters if you get 5 successes, because then it's a critical success or dramatic success. I forget the term right now.
exceptional.
Exceptional success. Thank you.
No success.
Oh, okay, I see. So there are things that are like lower the number you need for an exceptional success to
Yeah.
3 instead of 5.
Yeah, that's how those work.
Nailed it.
Okay, so as long as you got a success,
You're good.
you're good. And in that case, you kind of realize it was a bit hard to notice it initially. The market behind this stall. So if you imagine that it's got a number of like aisles going through it, right? Like very clustered together. But the market beyond this stall is really fuzzy and out of focus. So basically, if you're facing this stall on the other side of it, and you see that there are stalls there, but they're not defined. And in fact, behind you on the opposite side is the same case. And then once that kind of clues in, they're also spotty, even like further down. So some are more in focus, some are out of focus, and there seems to be no particular pattern in term, like there's no like rhythm like every other one, or all the blue ones or something like that.
And it's
Is
not
this
just-
something we could like investigate or use a cult or something, or is this something that we need to physically determine that we can't just do with a roll? Like innately, would I be able to roll like a cult or investigation? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Yep. I would think that's fine.
And what would that be paired with? Like
Wits. And hold on, I want to look at. Just give me a second to look at Beau's sheet.
I have a Kith blessing here. It says, occult rolls to determine reality from fiction grant an exceptional success on 3 instead of 5.
Well, fucking duck. Okay. Go ahead and roll then.
Come on. 10s are re-roll that one again.
Yep.
Oh, this is all on you, 10.
2 successes so far.
Oh, the roll again was 1, so it's 2.
Oh,
2 total.
almost there. Just as a reminder, you can spend willpower points before a roll to get 3 extra dice, but not
I
retroactively.
see. I did not know.
Yeah. And it's a
that
very
down.
useful thing to make use of. It okay. Well, I mean, you still succeeded. So yeah, something doesn't really ring true about this. Oh, I really wish you'd gotten that exceptional success.
Well, since I'm new to the system and I didn't know you could spend willpower to
Sure, let's
increase
do
my
it.
dice, or
Sure, fine.
I don't need.
Spend a willpower point, roll 3 more dice. Let's see what happens.
Hooray! 8, 8, and 7.
I was
Okay,
gonna say, should I take a crack at it?
there you go. You get your exceptional success.
There you
It's December 2022. The 5 of you are in a goblin market. Callum Trucep's here. Isobel, when did they free you from the hedge?
September
2020.
3.
All 5 of you are here.
Interesting.
So
I'm gonna go over to and look for Dale. Is Dale looking at the stalls, or
is Dale looking at stalls?
Yeah, because she's noticed that it's weird. So what the heck?
What's wrong?
I don't know. At this point, I would like to make a roll. Can I roll? What's an investigation on that?
What's the goal here?
I would like to. There's some. I want to see if I can determine what's happening. Why are we seeing it this way? Is there something that she can pick up on? Is there something she can...
Okay, go ahead.
Sounds like Dale's using investigation rather than a call.
Well, yes. Investigation and
Multiplication.
yes.
Investigation and multiplication.
Yes, all of the math. I'm just gonna go wits and investigation.
Okay. Any willpower?
No, because that gives me 6 dice with that pool. I have three dots in investigation and 3 in my wits. I have a Kith blessing, which sounds very cool. Using investigation. Oh, well, is it a riddle or a puzzle? We'll find out, because if it is, then I get a blessing on that. But let's find
Good
out.
question.
Yeah, well, let's just roll first and find out what happens. I have 4 successes.
All right, cool.
Out of 6.
Sorry, just remind me what specifically you were after here. It was.
I'm looking to see if there's anything she can pick up to find out why we're seeing the second market. What
It's
is...
that it's blurry. It looks like
Yeah.
Sorry,
What
it's
is...
like over certain stalls, the background of everything else is blurry.
Yeah.
You said.
It's out of focus. It's not. Yeah, not clear.
My initial thought was like, are we seeing into the mundane market? Are we seeing it layered on top? So I think that's the first direction she's going with that.
Okay. No. But, and this is this I would say for both Dale and Beau. Kind of when they start comparing notes, this is when it kind of clues in for both of them. Mm-hmm. Could you both make a resolve and composure roll, please?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Both.
Yeah, the two of you.
My highest pool.
Okay, 2.
Are they?
Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, 3 10s, 2 8s.
Ooh.
I'm gonna re-roll those 3 10s
Nice.
Damn,
Yeah.
all right.
and an 8. So 1,
Oh
2,
wow.
3, 4,
I think
5,
you're
6.
already... Yeah, you've already got the exceptional.
Jeez.
You're in a dream.
Good job.
Oneromancy and dream crafting is something that is the realm of all changelings. They can make their dreams lucid, and in it, they can basically wander through their own dreams, other people's dreams. They can go enter into the hedge in a dream shape, manipulate them, much like one can manipulate the hedge itself. But it's not. People can be brought into dreams, and that is where you seem to be. You've kind of realized that this, since it doesn't make sense, all 5 of you here at this point in time, and the blurriness of that indicates that whoever's dream this is, whether it's yours or someone else's, since none of you have a particular, well, the 2 of you don't have a particular memory of going to sleep and saying, okay, everybody, let's go do some
I'll meet
lucid
up
dreaming here.
Yeah.
Let's rendezvous.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to Beauregard's gonna kind of do his like group whistle call that's gonna kind of be like, and call the others.
Along with a particularly colorful bird.
Yeah.
Apparently, you know what? That sounded way more like a real bird than I was expecting. Before I made that.
It's very good.
It was really
Like, I was
good.
A
actually
whippoorwill
surprised.
shows up. It's like, oh, dude, do we know you?
And presumingly that he's not dreaming of like I'm going off of like Inception and stuff. Any of his motley that is like actually like here, not just like a figment or whoever's dream it is, would recognize that.
Well, the five of you are there. So,
All right.
in your dreaming forms, but this is so a couple of other things.
Or consciousnesses, like I guess.
Yeah, your mean is what's visible in here in the dream. Always, you can use contracts, abilities, all of those things. It's just your abilities, characteristics, and stuff that are truncated a little bit to better represent the fact that it's a dream and not your physical reality. But we'll deal with that if we have to deal with that. I am compiling a document on it just in case. One of the subsystems. So,
Hey, Brodie, Jocelyn, Isobel, Dale, may want to put your trading on hold for a moment.
Why, what's going
Why?
on? You talking about this weird shit?
Not to say that we aren't in the hedge or anything like that, but someone's dreaming right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Do I still get to keep my eyeball? Can I make a roll to figure out if I still get to keep my eyeball?
Just
let me think
sorry.
on that.
Okay.
Well, I had rolled an exceptional success in like determining reality from fiction. So would Beauregard know if
I don't
that
think you're
contract
keeping
was
that eyeball.
valid or if this is just
So that okay. Good question. What's your occult rating?
mine's 2.
2. All right.
I don't think you're keeping that eyeball.
None of us. None of you. I mean, whether as players you just weren't fully cognizant of it or not. I mean, it's not something that always sits in my mind. Neuromancy, that is. That's something that I'll just double check. But also, I'm trying to think of what you would know at the second level. I guess it's not an uncommon thing for changelings to do. Just some are better at it than others. To kind of dreamcraft and dreamweave. They would. I'll let you know about the eyeball. Give me a bit to think on that, because this is not something I've always used a lot, but I wanted to use it here. The thing that you.
Could I tell Jocelyn, I guess it depends if the vendor was part of the dream?
Yeah. Well, okay. So you're not actually.
You don't
You're
have
not
to
sure
tell
if
us
you're
right
actually
now.
in the hedge or if you're in the dream of the hedge. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
Um,
I try to relay what I know too.
and then I'm saying that as a sort of a shortcut on terms of not knowing how much Bo would specifically know about dream weaving and neuromancy, because there's more nuance to that.
I'm sure someone with more occult than Bo can figure it out.
All right. So
Interesting.
Okay, so you know that thing where you realize that you're in a dream and you can wake up? Callum's over there. He's gone, remember?
Wait, what?
You saw Callum?
Yeah, he's right
Holy shit.
over there.
Is he still there when we look over?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, It's unfortunate we don't know what to warn him about.
Does this seem like familiar? Did any of you go here on New Year's?
No.
I didn't.
I don't think so. Maybe?
Dale is
think
probably
so.
going to walk closer over there just to see what he's doing. Because even if it's somebody's dream, there's probably information to be collected here, especially in a dream, because the dreamer doesn't know what all they're hiding. They're not hiding anything, hopefully.
The one tricky part is that
somebody's dream.
it being a dream and therefore weird. It is still. It's also a goblin market.
It's still their perspective. Yeah,
it's weird.
It's a dream in a goblin market in somebody else's perspective.
And the sort of like, yeah, I was haggling with a sentient sink about whether or not I could get it to produce cherry cola. Well, that might have happened in that goblin market.
Totally could happen in the goblin market. I mean,
you can just go to a freestyle machine, right? Like they'll just do it at Wendy's.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't need to go to a goblin. Oh my God, is Wendy's a goblin market? That makes a lot of sense. I know Danny's is.
Ooh.
You know what?
It is.
The last few years, have any of you noticed that like Wendy's is the new McDonald's and that it's cheaper than McDonald's?
No, I have.
I never thought I'd live to see the day, but if you just want to get a bunch of cheap food, it's Wendy's, not McDonald's, that you need to go to.
I really still just think about Wendy's
that's how you know we're in the dark
talks about his
dimension.
baked potato incident where he just got a potato.
Not sponsored by Wendy's, but we could.
No, not sponsored. Hit us up, Wendy.
I noticed that A&W advertises that it's like grass-fed beef and all this like.
Yeah, and that explains why 2 burgers is like $22.
Yeah,
although they're the
for
only
sure.
place that does a good lettuce wrap.
It's the same person that was doing the commercials from before I was taken. Have you noticed?
What?
A&W commercials. It's the same spokesperson.
Man, I was just thinking about burgers. Like that's
And
so
he
weird.
never-
That guy?
He never ages.
He never
No.
ages.
Do you think he's one of them?
He's like a dwarf or something.
don't
Or a
know.
wizard. I don't know.
I don't think you can call people that anymore. That
Oh, wizards?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong
Okay.
with being a wizard.
No, we're just gonna. I'm
Well-
gonna leave that there because everybody's sensitive. Like I came out, and like everybody's real sensitive now.
No, I was fine when you came out.
Well, it's okay.
What?
Yeah, we like you.
We're fine
For
with
you.
it.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
not-
safe here, man.
Whatever.
I'm talking about the hedge not being gay. Like I'm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think
No,
I'm-
That's what I was talking about.
Down
Yeah.
to the hedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like one time in college, I made out with a. Anyway, we'll check on Callum.
okay.
Yeah.
So who's dreaming
Yeah,
about
Dale's already doing that.
Callum?
How hot is Callum?
How
That's
hot?
how we'll determine whose
I'm
dream
gonna
this.
make out with him in college.
Yeah, you know where I was going with this. Like, is
Brodie,
he
is
like
this your dream?
is he ethereally like is his shirt buttoned like really low and his hair is like kind of
Okay, so
I love that we're making Simon tell us how hot Callum is.
well, no. See, funny thing is, it's not specifically about how hot he is, but
It's also how
He-
this person perceives him.
yeah, he does maybe come across as a little cooler than you remember him being.
So it's none of us.
I was gonna say
Because I never thought that.
he was kind of cool.
Well, I was never here, so I wouldn't have a dream about this.
But why would you be in the dream if you weren't here?
Someone
Who's dreaming about
inserting
us
me?
too?
Mm-hmm.
Who's thinking about us and Callum?
So we're in the
One or the
dream
other.
right now.
Members of the motley?
Question for your characters, or of your characters. Have they ever been brought into a dream before?
I'm gonna roll a d10.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, apparently
think so.
In order for that to happen, the dreamer has to be in physical contact with the dreaming, with anyone that they bring in. So it could be like, all right, everyone, link hands and let's all fall asleep. And then you, like one of you can kind of take lead and bring everybody else along with you.
Which one of us has a bed that big?
Well,
Or
we
do
haven't-
you still have that big, like, heart rotating bed? Or did you?
Is this something in your
That actually happened?
Oh wait,
dream?
I had a dream
Like,
about that.
Rotating
Never mind.
like a lazy Susan?
Yeah.
Why would you need a bed that does that for?
The same
Is it
reason you would need
Rocky to sleep?
mirrors on the ceiling.
Who puts mirrors on the ceiling?
Oh, well, I could see mirrors on the ceiling. You can see other places through them. But
Dale's just kind of like not listening to what's going on, just watching what Callan's doing.
He's
I don't care about the hotness debate. Just like I want to see
Sure.
what does this person remember that he was doing?
he's still haggling,
Okay.
but he seems to be having more success.
Can I tell what he's haggling for?
Well, same stall, so
Okay.
a
okay.
memory of something.
Okay. So, yeah. Interesting.
And he's really kind of like, what's the word for it's not like he's striking a pose, but almost like every time he stands or something like that, you know, he's got a lot of like presence to him. And Kellen was like a friendly and nice and affable and like, you know,
So he's
Yeah.
like an NPC with an exclamation mark above his head.
in a sense, yeah, to whomever the dreamer is.
Yeah.
Are we sure it's none of us that are dreaming?
I'm gonna pinch Jocelyn.
Weird question. Would
Like,
there
right on
be
the,
like a tether or something intangible that you could feel to the dreamer? I don't know. It's a super weird way of thinking about
No,
it.
No,
That's-
makes sense.
that's good.
No, I'm totally getting what you mean.
The vibes you got. You
The
getting
red
the
thread of
vibes?
Ariadne. Yes.
Such
kinda.
vibes.
Yeah.
I don't really have any dreaming things though.
The no, I don't think so. When you're, I guess, to pop the hood, when you're in a dream, when you're brought into a dream, or start lucid dreaming yourself, you're in what's known as your bastion, and that's your kind of territory. You can leave the bastion and go into the hedge. You go to other bastions and so on and so forth. You can wake from your own dreams at will, but for other people's dreams, you have to find the exit.
Mm.
So whether or not your characters would know that, I'm going to leave up to you based on whether or not you feel they've done this before. It's not an uncommon, it's like not a rare thing. But it's really just how much you feel like your character has done this sort of stuff.
Okay. I would say Isobel not at all, but good to know. Okay.
So what do we do?
Brodie, you always made Callum feel uncomfortable. Can you go chat him up
Thanks,
and see
asshole.
if he?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love you too. Can you
Oh.
go and can you go?
Why don't I go talk to him?
Are you dreaming?
I'm-
Did that hurt? I pinched you and you didn't say ow.
I didn't know that's what you're checking for.
I don't just go around pinching people.
Did it actually hurt?
You register that it should hurt.
Okay, well, it should hurt.
Like it-
Didn't hurt. I think it's weird when you realize you're dreaming because then you expect it to hurt.
Oh.
Side note, you can physically enter dreams as well, but that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him and see if he knows what's up. Maybe he knows. Maybe he's meeting someone here. Maybe that's the person who's dreaming. Right?
Mm,
Yeah,
That could be.
it could be.
that's a good thought.
So
He could be here.
Dawson's gonna
with
go
some-
over.
Um,
Hey, Callum.
Dale's still just gonna observe what's happening.
how's it going?
It's going. I didn't expect to see you here. Are you meeting someone?
No, I am going to sacrifice something really meaningful tonight. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm
Really?
arguing with this guy to get that thing.
All right, what do you want?
Huh? What do I want?
Yeah.
I think he's got better. This guy is a memory guy. And I
Yeah.
think he's got better stuff than what he's showing me here.
Like the stuff on like in the back room, kind of for the VIP.
Hey, dude,
In like
show
a
us the good stuff.
non-sorted way. Yeah.
Dude, show
Yeah,
us the good
non-sorted
stuff.
way. The VIP menu. The
The merchants.
that kind of thing.
I'm gonna lean in real close and be like, show us the good stuff.
Walking on beach balls.
You can do better than that.
Do you have memories of someone's last moment? Or
Is there a way
something?
that I could persuade you?
The lamppost is not properly waxed.
What?
Do I know thieves can't?
Yeah, fair.
He put
The
Google
Rolling
search
Stone
on,
gathers no moss.
on 17th century British underworld slang does not make find a hit on any of this, nor does your Planescape book. But things are starting to get a bit fuzzier.
The dream may be shifting.
Hmm.
Well, this is getting us a lot of nowhere. I think Jocelyn leans over to whoever of her motley is closest and is gonna whisper, does anyone just want to tell him he's dead and someone's dreaming about him?
Yeah, okay, sure, I'll do it. Hey, Callum,
Oh my god. I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
but-
Brodie?
you're
This is
dead.
why I like Brodie.
That just sounded like a threat.
It did sound like a threat.
Okay, I'm not threatening you. You're actually dead. Who killed you? Do you know? Do you...
Do you got bad blood with someone?
Who would want to kill you? Besides me.
Brodie doesn't actually want to kill him.
I don't actually want to kill you, but like you probably think I do. Just shit. Who wants to kill you? Gun to your head right now. Who's holding it?
I don't want to kill Brodie.
Huh?
Yep. So who do you got beef with? Come on, man.
I don't.
Okay, who's got beef with you?
And it's 2023,
Uh,
December 31st, 5 minutes to midnight, in the basement of the Duke of Somerset. Everyone's watching the the screen for the ball in Times Square to reach the bottom, which personally I felt the ball falling was a bit of a misrepresentation. I really wanted it to like crash, but it just kind of like lowers. I mean, honestly, everyone sacrificed what they feel is necessary. Everyone has a glass. Well, those who do drink have glasses. And it gets... Yes. I saw a hand raised.
So we're back in 2023, right before midnight.
Yeah.
From our perspective, were we just in, or is it genuine time difference? Okay.
Time difference.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But yes, very valid question considering what was just learned. And it gets closer to midnight and closer to midnight, and then the countdown. It hits, and the spring court, at least those who want to, immediately break into Auld Lang Syne, because that's what you do, and they've been waiting for this all evening long because they're tired of being glum. And when the song finishes, Solomon King stands up. And he's a very kind of new agey, hippie sort of like guy. He has his long hair, he has his beard, he has his shawl over kind of thrift store clothes. You're pretty sure that those jeans were not bell bottoms when he got them, but they're definitely bell bottoms now. And he's like, my turn, everyone. It's so good to see everyone gathered here tonight. And I'd like everyone to, well, a round of applause for our Winter Queen. What a lovely ritual, and what an important thing to keep in mind. To remember that we've all lost something, and we're all here to maybe find something new. And that's what the next few hours are about. It's about thinking about what we want for ourselves in 2024. What we dream may be, and what we desire, whether it's mundane and earthly goods, or a true connection with another person that we didn't have or want to have, or even we don't want that connection anymore. We want to get rid of it. And you should have done that 7 minutes ago. Oh, sorry. He takes a phone out. He doesn't have a watch. No, he does have a watch. He's old school like that. 7 minutes ago. You missed your mark. So for the next, until sunup, everybody just eat, drink, be merry. It's on the house. We're not paying for anything. I mean, all of us, not like the spring court. No, we're all square. So yeah, think about what could be, what we're gonna get, what we're all gonna get for ourselves this year. So, can you hit play? And the opening strains of Spirit of the West's Home for a Rest kick in. And he starts jigging, and so do anyone else who of the spring court around him who feels like doing it. And it's raucous. The floors not quite bouncing, but there's a bit of a spring in the floorboards. And it turns into a party. The winter courtiers who are there sort of fade into the background, to be perfectly honest. Not speaking for Brodie, but the other ones, the NPC ones. They've done their bit. They'll become, they'll be back in business in about 6 hours or so. So for now, they're good. But yeah, not everybody, but most everyone at least sings along to this song if they don't actively dance. And then
Even Brodie?
I don't know.
I was gonna have another beer. I can dance. Like, do you want to dance with me, Bo?
How many of us are actually up and dancing?
Of you
No,
guys?
But I'd like to see you
Jocelyn
dance.
100% is.
All right, I'm gonna go and try to grab. Yeah. Oh no, Brodie's coming.
No, I she
Dan
asked
probably
nicely,
isn't
so
dancing, but she is, singing along. She definitely knows all the words.
I know
We
all the words.
arrived in December. This thing was cold at the fucking bar.
Jocelyn?
Is that how it goes? Shit.
Very good. Very good. That's how it goes now.
What? Let's go.
And I'm gonna pull Jocelyn and Brodie into the jig dance.
Which just someone load it. If you're watching this at home, load this in a side window.
Yeah.
I'm not paying the fee for that.
And if you went to university in Canada at any point, you
Kindly
definitely
shared it for us.
Thank you. I'll pin that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we could have done the safety dance. It's not gonna happen in Montreal,
There's
but
nothing safe about this game.
no. So we had to nix that on account of not being thematic enough. So how long does everyone last at the remainder of the?
I think Jocelyn's pushing it to like as far as she can.
And is Jocelyn making all of us stay with her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Party's not over yet.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
did a party like
Oh.
this.
I said Jocelyn,
Yeah.
but I meant I tried to drag Isobel and
Oh, I was
Okay.
wondering, but I wasn't fully sure.
Yeah.
She'll go up, but she's going to dance like the goth kids from South Park. She doesn't really know how to
so she kind of
dance.
turns to the left and right, and every like 10 seconds takes a drag from her smoke.
Okay. I
She feels like she has to, but she doesn't actually have any smoke. She doesn't smoke, so she's just like,
It's kind of like the Peanuts kids dancing,
Kind of.
yeah, really.
God, it really is.
We'll just wait till we bust out the skids from Letterkenny.
Wait a second. Are the goth kids from South Park supposed to look like they're doing
Kind of like the Peanuts
dance?
kids. Now that you say it, right?
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
No, I think that's a
little-
thing.
there you go. Little.
Happy to pass on these little tidbits.
Meanwhile, as the dance is beginning and the celebration is kicking into high gear, a figure runs through the side streets, feet sinking into the rising powder snow, looking back behind them. They slip and scramble to get up a look of terror on their face. They are pursued. Another one follows them, moving confidently and determinedly. Though a number of bars and pubs are full of revelers at this time, their attention is focused inside. It's winter, and it's cold out there, and the party's in there, with the light and the heat and the people. The figure turns onto Bank, running as fast as they can, and swivels about, and their mask drops, and their full mien is unleashed. And as they square off in a desperate move, they're knocked onto their back, and then a steel grip grabs them by the throat, and a blade flashes and exits their back, and they're tossed onto the sidewalk into the newly fallen snow, red seeping into the white. Back in the Duke of Somerset, the party is starting to wind down, and it's almost morning. Those of you have who still have the energy, not everyone in the motley seems to. Dale's sort of looking at her phone and the clock on a regular basis.
And the door.
Hint.
For what it's worth, not everyone can keep up with all the spring courtiers all the time.
Oh, they've been hibernating probably.
And it is about time for them to finish. So once everyone sort of found their limits, or at least enough to drag those away from the party who may be like, no, but there's another bar. Which, point of fact, there isn't. It's not that kind of city. At least as far as I know. Maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. I'm not cool enough or with it. And
I used to be with it.
And then they changed what it was.
It'll happen to you.
And so our protagonists, our motley, makes their way back home. The snow crunching under their feet. The sun's coming up somewhere in the distance. It's not quite there yet. But the street lamp illuminates a body in the snow in front of the old Imperial Arcade. It's smaller and face down. And there's red spread out beneath it in the snow.
shit.
Are we all there, sir?
Is
Dale
it one
is,
of ours?
Dale's gonna lean down and see if she can see who it is without having to move him.
I'm gonna
Have you
immediately
touched the
run over
body?
and check their pulse.
Oh, they're dead.
That much blood, they're definitely dead.
And the face is buried in the snow.
Try and just
it's a
kind
man.
of brush away some of the snow. No, take a picture first. She'll take a picture first, and then try and brush away the snow.
And snow has been falling on his body
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
quite some time now.
Are they okay?
No.
You see feathers,
They're dead.
and
Wait, is that Lyman?
his hands are a little talony.
Odd. Yeah.
Has anyone actually turned him over?
Yeah. Dale's taking a picture of the body, so
Here,
yeah, she's
I'll-
gonna turn him
You
over.
got
now.
it?
Yeah. Turn him gentle. Get his legs. So we're gonna move him. Turn him over carefully.
And yes, it is Lyman. A
Um,
look of agony on his face.
What court is Lyman with again?
Spring.
Spring.
And he was in the
Go get the spring king.
motley
Yeah,
with-
Go get.
With Cal.
Dale,
Yeah.
do you have like a picture printer with you? I don't have my my Polaroid camera with me this time.
No, but I'm sure we can get somewhere and print a picture. Do you want to just try and scribble on the image? I'll make a copy.
That's okay. Can I try something?
Yes.
I'd like to. I'll just do it. I want to. Oh well. Let me know if this would work or not. I wanted to try using portents and visions, but it's contested against the target. But if the target can't contest it,
What page is it on? You have that noted?
wow, what a really good question. Let me see. It is not one that I actually. Let me try to find it. Portent.
I could search my thing, but I want to.
137 in
Okay.
core.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right.
Mhm.
It
Huh.
almost reads like they need to be alive, but it doesn't actually say so.
No, it doesn't. Well, contracts are all about the wording. And if there's a loophole like this, then I don't. Yeah, if they didn't account for it in the description,
Mhm.
I think it's certainly a fair it's fair use. So you still have to roll. What we will then do is his weird will be the contested one, because that's sort of like a, it's his connection to Fey magic, which doesn't necessarily go away, but or at least it's something that could be less sort of force-like contested rather than like internally contested. So yep, you can go ahead, and you have, as a darkling, the ability to see a past crime or transgression instead if you want.
Mhm.
So
Can Jocelyn?
Probably
Sorry,
not.
Jocelyn. Can Isobel smash Dale's phone as the loophole instead of tearing up a picture.
Oh my god.
Well,
So,
you
do you
just pay
have
the
another
glamour.
backup
I mean,
phone? I'm just gonna pay the glamour. It's just one. But that's, and I forgot to say that I had it, but I wanted her to have like a little, like, one of those little Instax Polaroid things so
Mhm.
that she can take a picture and then instantly rip it up.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you know how
But I
expensive
did
that
not
film is?
say that.
have
I
one.
actually do because I have one too.
Me too.
I'm
They're
like, glamour's
$7
cheaper.
each.
I know.
Y'all just
Glamour's
buy
just
them
cheaper.
on like Temu or AliExpress.
Just the one.
Okay.
It's cheap. that
Just
way.
one?
One success.
All right. Well, that's fine. That's more than I got.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with a success, you can see a vision of the most important event relevant to their current interests that has befallen them,
Hmm.
not contingent on their memories. You might see a forgotten or suppressed event. Alternatively, you may view the last promise or deal the target made, or you can look in the future. But, well, tough break. Or you can see a past transgression or crime. What are you after?
Kind of what their last thoughts were, their last whatever, without being like, this is exactly what happened and stuff like that, but like what their last thoughts, feelings, sights were.
Okay, so the wording
I
is
don't
the most important event
Oh, okay.
relevant to
let me
their
see.
current interests, which I suppose would be not living anymore.
Yeah, so if there was something related to why they're not living anymore, I don't know how
Mhm.
to exactly explain
No,
it.
no.
Did they have beef with someone?
Yeah. So this isn't necessarily their death scene. It's something that
Mhm.
indicates what might have happened.
Sorry to be weird and
Oh no! It's changeling. I'm just thinking through how.
We're all weird here. It's fine.
We are all weird here with a Y.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. I got it. You see a vision of Lyman standing in front of a market stall, haggling and arguing and receiving a cue card.
Mm.
Holds it, pockets it, and leaves.
Hmm.
So Simon, while that's going on,
Mhm.
Brodie's going to spend a point of glamour for Never Tread so that he
Okay.
leaves no evidence. And then he's going to flip and start like prodding the body and checking it for like, how dead? How
There you
make
go.
dead?
Like how long dead?
No, how make dead?
Oh, you can just
Oh.
leave no evidence, so you can muck around and touch them.
I have a
Right,
contract
Liz.
that lets me do that. Yeah.
That's rad.
Like it even
Okay,
erases
cool.
my footprints.
So, like,
Oh, I took
How
that
dead?
too. Yeah.
dead. He's not
It's
breathing.
just-
He's been. Actually, I guess rigor mortis is set in at this
Cool.
point.
I would love to
Wait,
investigate
how many
the body.
hours?
Yeah, this part I don't actually know. So
Also, it's
Several.
cold out. Freezing
cold.
even.
Yeah, but how
5 to
long has
6.
it been?
5 to
5
6
to
hours.
6? I think he might just be going into rigor.
Yeah, who knows? He's a changeling.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna be wonky.
Simon, you don't know what you got into. Kelle studied
Uh,
criminology in school.
Oh, great. Okay, no, that's perfect because I.
Sorry,
Oh.
rigor mortis for normal people starts at about 2 hours, and it leaves the body about 6 to 8 hours. So I'm gonna say probably not necessarily rigor, but yeah, it's cold. He's gonna be
He's
gonna be
stiff.
a little stiffish. Stiffish? Is that a word?
Stiffish.
It is now.
Stiffish.
Slightly stiff.
Just like
Add
All right,
the
well,
ish
I'm gonna-
suffix to anything to make it less, isn't it? That's how language works.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Um,
poke him with my I know how to
Poke him
kill
with a
people
stick. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I don't move. That's for sure. Or react.
So there's a lot of
Being
blood.
dead.
Was he stabbed, killed, or like no,
He was
killed.
stabbed.
Stabbed, slashed? Okay. By how? Look. Don't look over here for a sec if you're squeamish. I'm gonna find the wound and I'm gonna stick my
Okay.
finger in and see how big the blade was.
Yeah. How
Oh,
long?
that's gross.
for?
Oh, why are you
About
doing
this?
that?
Well, like an
Jocelyn's
inch.
looking harder.
About an inch. Okay.
But
Inch?
thin.
Oh, so this is
Like-
I
targeted.
mean, Jocelyn,
like this got-
Isobel. No.
Pocket knife size.
Inch, but thin, and it's all the way through.
Inch.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
okay.
This is like what are they called? Like the
A
heels.
stiletto?
Yeah.
Stiletto.
Like a stiletto.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could be an ice pick.
Does anybody have some hand sanitizer?
Just use the snow,
No.
man.
Stiletto might be a bit too small.
Mm.
But not like a K bar. Like this isn't like
No.
No.
This is
Possibly ice pick.
like a switchblade
No.
or a
maybe
bayonet.
maybe a bread knife in like blade.
Okay.
Width.
Blade width. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, there's like a knife.
Short.
All right, cool.
I like that his professional prognosis is it's a knife.
It's a knife.
Yeah.
I imagine he stands up like with like his gloves on, and he's like, looks like the killer knew what they were doing.
I used a knife.
They used a 1987 knife,
Knife.
made of 440 steel from Germany.
God damn it, Dahlstang. It's a Dahlstang.
Jesus.
Dahlstang. So like he'll take a look at it and be like, okay, it's stabbed clean through.
Mhm.
Was it just the one stab wound or was it multiple stabs?
Just
Sorry, is it going in and out?
It
here's
seems
all
like
the way
it's
through.
long enough that
All
it's
the way through.
all the way through.
Oh, okay.
This is a long fucking knife. And where was the wound again? It was in the back?
No, it started right about here,
It is-
just
Okay.
below the
Yeah,
sternum.
going through the
So it
sternum.
literally
Like,
cut
could
through
be a
his heart.
sword.
Somebody who
Bread
knew how
knife?
to...
Those are super fucking sharp.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, they're not
This could
pointy
be a
though.
sword.
And
This
this
could be a knife.
this punch... No. But like you've got armor here, right? You've got your ribs. This went right through the ribs and all the way out the back, and it didn't hit the ribs in the back.
Wait,
This isn't a lucky shot. This is somebody who knows how
No.
to stab
Brody, are you
somebody.
saying he was killed with a sword?
It could have been a sword. It could have been a really long fucking knife.
I mean, when you hear hoofbeats, you don't think zebras. You think horses. So
I mean, I think it's too thin to be a sword
Sword.
because, like, you think like a saber or like a katana or something like that. They're pretty thick, right? Because they gotta be like about a ½ inch thick to handle that much length. But
Someone's
this,
just walking around with a katana?
no.
yeah, this is Highlander.
Has the snow
but-
covered any blood?
No. I've seen nerds. They do that.
What?
Yeah. You talking
This-
about like Comic-Con?
This could be a fencing sword
Yeah.
type. This could be an epee.
Those ones are like actually umbrellas. But they look like it.
Maybe it's
Anyway.
a little. Shit.
You said it's been snowing all night,
Mhm.
Storyteller?
Mhm.
Yes.
So there's no obvious blood trail that I can look for.
Unless you have a black light with you, or another alternate light source.
I don't have that on me.
No. I mean, it's not something you normally carry for fun. We need to tell the Spring Court.
Well, we need to probably get him inside. We don't want to leave him out here for the normies to find him. We should probably take him into the hollow.
Yes.
You got the photo so we can prove we didn't just like bring him in and kill him in our place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna take a look around the group. Look at the tiny diminutive Isobel. Look at the not particularly looking physically strong Jocelyn. I'll carry him. And
I got him. I'm not wearing anything fancy. And I'm wearing red, so...
Yeah.
Anything extra will just be masked.
Yeah, I'll pick him out.
I'm guessing I probably know someone I can reach in my court to let them know he's been murdered.
Yes. I would hope so.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Then I'll-
safe to assume that everyone has contact information for their court.
Yes.
Okay, well, I can send a message once we get back to the hollow.
And is there so you bring him inside, find a place to put him. You've got a big hollow, so that works.
put him in the West Wing.
It's a place of honor. Messages go out, and the sun rises as the snow continues to fall. The new year begins. This brief moment of levity and revelry has passed. And a shadow cast upon the good times of this night. Because it is winter, and winter is a time of sorrow. And we'll wrap chapter 1 there.
Nice.
All right.
Yay.
Good job, Simon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I'm yes.
I'm intrigued.
Very
Good. I hope.
Which is the
It was
awful if you
Ellie
weren't.
had
Just-
snow in the background.
Yes.
I know, it's very
nice.
cool.
Oh, cool. I like.
I
Mm-hmm.
do what I can, unless I can't.
So how do you wrap the
I don't know. How do you want to wrap it? Get me
Sure,
to the
well,
end,
okay.
and then I'll thank our patrons at the very end. But get us to that point, Simon. What do you want to say?
Sure. All right.
Do you want to
okay,
give us
well,
beats? Do you want to give us millions of experience? What do you want to do?
well, since people can give you experience in this, I don't know that I have to do any of that. I will do that in between sessions.
It all
Perfect.
depends
But
on how much
do
the chat.
be mindful of your aspirations and so on in case any of them were fulfilled, because you can then change them out and take your beats and stuff. So yes, well, first, thank you to the cast and the gang here for playing. An amazing bunch of characters,
Oh.
and I am very excited to see what is in store for them going forward. Yeah, everyone's doing such an amazing job playing them. It's really, really cool. This was a privilege. So to our audience, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed as many moments as you could, but hopefully all of them. And we will return. What's our February date?
We're like the first February
1st
Thursday.
of February.
So we're back in like 2 weeks.
One.
Okay.
Back in 2
cool.
weeks. It's
So
a quick one.
we will
Yeah.
be back on February 1st. This is a monthly game. So there'll be more for you there if you couldn't get enough this time. And yeah, I guess we'll do our sign-offs. Kelly, if you're gonna want to finish with the sponsor,
Thanks to Bookwyrm Games. But no, just normally we do a big thank you to our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, which is the way that this stream functions. If you'd like to help the stream continue, you can give us a follow, give us a sub here, but you can also go to patreon.com/dorktales and support the stream directly. It keeps the lights on unless they flicker like they were earlier. But see, that's because we don't have enough patrons. You definitely want to show up.
Yes.
You want to support all of the new games that are coming. It's very dire, folks. It's 2024. People are getting murdered outside of our hollow. You gotta come pay. So definitely come see all of the additional games and all the great additional content for as little as $5 a month. That's a huge amount of content. A big thank you to our divine producer, who's my mom. Hi, Mom. How's it going? Our demonic/devilish producer, Precarious, who you can check out on Friday nights on his own channel, and starting soon every other Sunday running Alien over on twitch.tv/precarious. A big thank you to our wizards of the Patreon. That is Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Sorcerer Sanguine. And finally, the High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, Larook, Mike Baxter, and Kelowna Curd. You're all amazing. Back to you, Simon.
all right. Well, okay. So I would normally end with myself, but that's on my own kind of streams. So I'll quickly do myself first, and then you all can go. So my name is Simon. You can find me on all social things as the Tabletop Almanac. My review blog, which has not been updated in a little while because I'm doing it on YouTube now. www.thetabletopalmanac.wordpress.com, or the Tabletop Almanac is a good search term on YouTube to find video reviews of tabletop RPGs. And you can also find me over on the Onyx Path Twitch now and again, either broadcasting an actual play or doing a show on Mage the Ascension, not an actual play. And yeah, that's it, I suppose. I'll be airing one of the last few episodes of 100 the Vigil game I ran tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on OPP Twitch. So next, Kelle.
Oh, I had to unmute myself for that. Thank you. I am Kelle. I've been Kelle from up the road. If anybody was actually wondering if I do live up the road, Kelly's just said so. I do live up the road from Dork Tales with you. I really do. And I've been Agent Dale Trooper. She's here for a good time, not a long time. Canadians, you might know that. I don't know. And yeah, this has been really fun. I'm really enjoying getting this mood introduction session down, and yeah, ready to jump in and go on the next one. Bring it on.
Excellent. Kal.
Yeah. Yeah, this is lots of fun. I liked the slower pacing. Let us get to kind of know each other's characters and establish certain really how we interact. And I played Beauregard, and we got in a fight, and we bought some eyes, and we didn't die, and we rolled some dice. That rhymes, right?
Yeah, lots of eyes and
Yeah.
rolled some dice.
That's right. That's the plural
There's
of
our tagline.
die, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, it was. I've never played it before, and I'm already seeing that with the contracts, especially it flows differently than other games, and I like that. I like the idea of these kind of weird combinations of everyone using their contracts popping up, and I look forward to seeing what everyone can do and what Simon throws at us.
All right. Great. And next, Amy.
It's me. Hi, I'm Amy. I have been playing Jocelyn, and this has been a lot of fun. I honestly had only a very loose concept of what this character was going to be like before we started, and I think it's shaping up pretty well, and I'm enjoying the party dynamics. And thank you, Simon, for running this. This is great. And yeah, I can be found on my here on Dork Tales and on my Twitch channel sometimes at Paradoxical Ghoul, and that's me in the chat too. So cool. Good times. Thank you.
Oh, right. Thank you. And Caitlan.
Hello, I've been Caitlan. I've been playing Isobel Gage, and yeah, I'm so happy to see how we all get along and to use some of my contracts and to figure out how that goes and just be really weird with it all. I love the spooky, creepy vibes, and yeah, I'm so happy. I had so much fun.
Great. Okay, and
It's weird seeing Caitlan play a weird goth.
No, not really. Not if you know.
It's a good time.
It's a good
It's
time.
fun.
Not a long time.
yeah.
Right?
And then last but not least, Kelly.
Hey everybody, Simon, thanks for running. It's great to get to play. It'll be I'll have I'll have Brodie a little more focused next time when I'm not worried about like getting tech right for the first game and stuff. But I love that I just like took 10 years off of my face by wiping off.
Yeah, I was
my
gonna say,
Vinkle
did you just like
Yeah.
lower your it's called mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mask.
Did you
What
just
does it
lower
mean?
your mask?
Oh no,
This
no,
year.
sorry. In that case,
What does it
yeah,
mean?
he's
Why don't you do
raising
this
his
next
mask.
game, like just to hold on.
And I
Hold
was
on.
like, what the heck? Did he just unage himself?
Yes.
There we go. I gave myself the eyebrows from Furikuri.
I like it.
That is great. I am excited to see that we're only waiting 2 weeks before playing the next one. So that is going to be fantastic. You can catch me here always because I live here. Welcome. Wipe your feet or take off your shoes. Actually, what are you doing? Like,
Take your shoes off.
people poo out there. Take them off. You can see me next on. I have tomorrow off. Yes, but you can see me on Saturday night over on Patreon, where I will be playing. I will be playing everyone's daddy Zugus in Panic at the Radiant Citadel.
Yeah, I'm excited to be another disaster child over there.
Come on, you know you want to. The wind's howling. And back to you, Simon.
Okay, well, yeah. So I guess next time I will sign off last. Only because I thought you were gonna then do some. Like,
Oh, you thought I was fine? I'll do it. I'll do it. See you next time. And
I
remember,
thought the
kids.
sponsor bit came in now. That's
No,
why.
no. Everybody gets one. Remember, kids, be safe and don't hog the hedge. I don't know. Whatever. How do you want to sign off?
Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Changeling the Lost, the Lot of Liars, episode 1, The Ghosts That Haunt Me. And we will see you in 2 weeks for episode 2, to be titled.
Yes.
That's a weird title. I'm down. Good night, everybody.
Bye.